right. What's up, everybody? Good to see y'all tonight.
Happy Sunday. Happy last day of June, right? It's the last day of June? Tomorrow?
It is.
It's tomorrow, July 1st?
It is. I believe you are correct.
Yeah.
Good to see everybody here tonight. We got some fun stuff going on tonight. We're just going to try a bunch of bottles and do a little blind flight, a little 4-pour blind flight.
Sweet.
From Larry, it should be a good night. So we got Travis in the house. Mr. Mom is here. Adam Shelton in the house. We got a bottle from Adam to try a little bit later. Bill is in the house. WJK says, what's up, peeps? Happy Sunday and end of the first half of 2024. Wow. Half the year's over. Whew, that's crazy.
Can you pull the thing down a little bit
so
we're not looking up so high? There you go.
It has flown by. Well, I got to see around the camera. It makes it difficult if I go down too far. Travis is in the house. Steven is here. Good to see you.
Yeah.
We got Zachary Zayakis here. Kim is in the house. Great to see you. Jamie's in the house. Dave
Mark is here too. Bev Porter. Mama P's here.
Mama P's in the house. So great to see you tonight. We got Aged in Oak, Larry 3R, whom the flight later on will be from, or is from. It's not will be. It is. It's here. It's from Larry. So
we will be drinking it later, but it is currently from him.
Correct. We got Andrew Butler's in the house. Peter Fasciano at Whiskey is a Journey. Whiskey is a Journey is his last name. Peter Fasciano is his first name.
Yes.
Check him out.
That's how we refer to him at our house.
Bourbon Retriever is in the house. Bourbon Retriever and Whiskey's a Journey. Both great channels you guys should check out for sure. We got Rizzle D in the house. We've got Aged in Oak is saying hello, Mama Porter.
Yep.
Love to see it. Luis Sad. Louis is in the house. We got Tom Shanley in the house. Customers here. JG is here. Golf Ball Whisperer.
What? Hey guys.
Joel Gross is in the house.
We have 84 people. Hit that like button if you want to. That would be cool.
Joel Rogers is here. Chad, Jamie, Mr. Richie. I'm going to try to get caught up. Justin's in the house. George and Kyle and Shades of Blue Mike and Brian Miller's here and Jeffrey Wack is here. Another great channel. Hello again, Whiskey Friends. Man, loving the love. Thanks for being here, guys.
Yeah, thanks for joining us. It feels like we haven't done a live stream in a while.
It does feel like it's been
I feel like we've just done a lot of living.
Yeah.
And maybe it hasn't been as long as it feels, but it feels like a long time.
We'll talk about it. Tiger Den says, first time able to catch a live stream. That's awesome. Thanks for being here, man.
Yeah, glad you could make it.
Mike is in the house. The Bourbon Jerk is here. Another great channel. Check out the Bourbon Jerk. Great production value, as Peter has a great production value as well. Love to see good production value. John Potzel. Sean's here. Brian is here.
You can keep going all night. You got to stop.
Shawik. John Crabtree's here. Richard White. And I'm caught up.
Nice.
Great to be here. Great to see you guys tonight. We're hydrating a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
That's first and foremost.
Yeast. Hydrate or dihydrate. I have to reach on my laptop, though. It's kind of cumbersome.
Well, you can put your water where your phone's at if you wanted to.
I feel like that would be an accident waiting to happen.
Yeah. So we do need to thank our new patrons.
Yes, we do.
And our existing patrons. Our Patreon community is amazing. We brag on them. I made it a point this year. We were going to brag on our Patreon community. I'm tired of hiding it. You know,
I don't think we're hiding it anymore.
It's an amazing group of people.
Well, we can only do what we do because of our Patreon community.
Right.
With the barrel picks and such.
Right. And so we have our new patrons that are in the mix this month. We've got our Whiskey with Friends Plus and Whiskey with Friends tiers, which they get quick access to the barrel picks, guaranteed access to the barrel picks, as well as the opportunity to go on barrel picks with us, access to virtual monthly blind tastings or tasting events, sample shares, all kinds of good stuff going on over there. And then we have our other tiers as well. Can't thank each and every one of you guys enough for the support that you give us. As the whiskey community tier is just $3, and that gets you into our Discord and plugged into all the community that you could possibly want. I think it's the most.
That's where the action happens, is the Discord.
Yeah, I think it's the most valuable thing that we have is our community, and it's second to none. And I just feel like, $3 a month gets you in there, and it helps. We're all invested in making the community what it is. It's as little as $3 a month, but it's that little bit of investment. You don't have to go far in a Facebook group to find out how things can go when people aren't invested. So, and then we have our other tiers where people can get a little bit quicker access to barrel picks. And every pick so far, the whiskey enthusiast tier, the $12 tier, every pick has made it to at least that tier. Some a
little more.
Some
gotcha.
Go further than that. Yeah. And speaking of barrel picks, just as a heads up for you guys, we have 2 barrel picks releasing in tandem this Tuesday evening. Our Found North barrel pick, the Full Daddy, and then our Pursuit United Double Oaked pick, Double Trouble, Dangerously Delicious. We picked the Full Daddy with Marcus from the Bourbon Judge, and in conjunction with our collaboration with Mommy Valley Whiskey Society. And then the Pursuit pick is just Mommy Valley Whiskey Society and us. And they're awesome. They're great picks. Yeah. The Found North is incredibly special whiskey, and the Pursuit pick is, again, it says Dangerously Delicious. So
it is, yep.
Those are both coming up this week, and I think those tiers will lock in tomorrow.
Tuesday, right?
Yeah, Tuesday night. Those tiers will lock in probably Monday night, probably like 24 hours in advance. The tiers will lock in, and then I got to get all the emails scheduled and everything like that. So that's happening this week. Yeah. And tonight we're doing a giveaway as we usually do. What are we giving away?
I don't even know.
We're going to give away samples of the Found North.
Of our pick, the one that's coming out?
The picks that are coming out, and the Pursuit pick. You will not get them before the barrel picks release because they release Tuesday. So, and these probably won't ship until next weekend after the 4th of July. But you get samples of these.
Have samples, yeah.
And the theme of the night is summertime sipping. So you're going to get also a flight of 4 allocated versus available pours. It'll be 2 allocated pours, 2 available pours. These allocated bottles do have an elevated price point on them, but it's going to be a good flight.
Yeah.
So Adam Shelton says the half daddy was my nickname in college.
Like awesome. There's a story behind that one.
Jay says, I want the Pursuit one. Oh, it's so good. It is like a chocolate cheesecake with raspberry drizzle, and you're eating it in a rick house. It's awesome. Great question, Jay. Distributor will be shared pour on both of those. And if you live in a state that shared pour cannot ship to, like us, we can't even get our own picks.
Yep.
We have a Discord full of people who are willing to help out. All you got to do is ask. So
there you go.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, we got our giveaway going, every $5 super chat. And this just helps us share some whiskey with you guys. It helps support the channel and everything that we do. It's a huge, huge help. So happy to share some whiskey with y'all. Wish we could share it with everybody, period.
Yeah.
But that's not feasible. So we do it this way with the super chats just because it's fun and makes the nights interesting. And like I said, helps the channel. So Cash asked, what are the proofs? The Pursuit is 108 proof. That's a standard proof for all of their releases. And then the Found North pick is 62.1% ABV, so 124.2 proof. This is like a cigar box in a glass.
But I disagree.
Oh.
I don't like cigar boxes, and I like that.
Yeah, but it's just, it smells like old wood, old oak. It
smells like old.
It smells like old oak that's seen some things.
It's lived some life.
Yeah. It's a blend of 70% corn, 29% rye, 1% barley, new wood char, number 3. The smallest percentage of rye that's in there is 12 years old. Everything else is 15 to 25-year corn whiskey that then is aged for, I think this was like 8 or 9 months in that new wood char number 3 barrel. Might be closer to a year. Found North in their blending. Oh, boy. And the finish on that thing, just when most whiskeys start to taper off, they swell and taper. That thing right there, it hits a second gear.
Yeah.
And it goes off.
Yep.
So, all right, let's get into it.
Yeah. Let's start the show.
A lot of tonight is just hanging out with you guys.
Yeah.
We're just gonna hang out and chill and talk and chat and taste some things. Larry, thank you so much. First entry in there, and it doesn't matter if you're first or last. We'll randomize this at the end, and then
because if you ain't first, you're last. Says Ricky Bobby.
Well, Larry's first, so there we go. Rizzle said thoughts on Kentucky Owl pre and post Dixon Deadman. The big batches that he did, bourbons 1 through 10 and ryes 1 through 4 are awesome. We've got batch 11 over there, and it's great as well. Prices did go up. I think on batch 10 and after the price went up. So very, very good whiskey. Not saying it like it's a good special occasion whiskey because of the price tag and the label and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Is it worth the asking price? Almost nothing at that price point is, except for incredibly rare stuff. And I would not put Kentucky Owl in that echelon of pours, but yeah, still really good.
Let's pour some pours. Speaking of
All right.
pours.
Speaking of pours, a lot. Let me make sure I'm telling the truth here. I think a lot of everything we're trying here is stuff that just has been either given us by other people or sent to us by brands or whatever.
Okay.
That stuff happens. We're going to be pretty objective about this. I would quite frankly be fine if brands didn't send us whiskey because we have too many bottles already. I need to clear some space out. So we're not trying to make anybody.
We are trying to clear space out.
We're not trying to make anybody happy with any of this. Actually, let's start with this.
I'm clearing space out of my yarn stash.
Let's start with this.
We're all clearing space out. What is that?
Because our Pours Unknown Monday videos, we've had a return.
I don't know what this is.
To international whiskey. But this is not international whiskey.
Oh.
It is a single malt, though. This is Westward American single malt whiskey. Vintner's Cuvée.
The bottle's cool.
Exclusive release. I mean, this seriously nice packaging. $100, I think it is. I think it came out at the end of May.
Oh, it's flat on the back. No, it's not. Not
It's
exactly flat.
It's got some geometric.
It's cool though.
It's got some geometric.
Yeah.
Funk going on there. Very cool bottle.
Yeah.
We'll see if the whiskey's any good.
Yeah.
Oh, what's it say? In a cuvee, a blender's first wines come together to create blah, blah, blah. It's got percentages aged in Syrah, Cabernet Sauvignon, Tempranillo, and
Tempranillo.
and Pinot Noir. Single malt, 2-row barley.
Quesadilla.
96 proof, 48% ABV. Don't care about the tasting notes. Do like the packaging, though.
Yeah.
Gotta give it to him. All right. We've got Jeffrey Jenkins is in there. Where's Josh's juicy warm-up suit?
Jennings.
What did I say?
Jenkins.
Oh, I was thinking about Leroy Jenkins. Look, if I'm breathing on any given day, I'm thinking about Leroy Jenkins.
Oh my gosh.
So, Jeffrey Jennings, my apologies, Jeff. Where's Josh's juicy warm-up suit? Y'all didn't forget about it, did you? No.
No, it's downstairs.
Got the pants on right now.
No, you don't. They're downstairs. I have them
All right.
put away for safekeeping.
Ooh. That puppet got some pop.
Y'all. Are we just drinking out of one glass?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You don't have cooties, do you?
Yep, but you got them too.
Oh, man.
This is bottle 1751, exclusive release. I think this came out at the end of May. But it's probably still out there. Distilled, matured, and bottled by Westward Whiskey, Portland, Oregon. Single malt wine finish.
This is good.
Got some Leroy fans in the house. Outside the Star ask if I'll be strongly pursuing the Russell's 15. Allocated wild turkey products are almost non-existent in this market, and they almost always go to lottery. I know they are out there for other people to hunt in other markets. I've literally never seen a Master's Keep in a store ever, even at marked up prices. I've never seen any of the Russell's special releases in a store outside of Total Wine's year-end lottery type of thing. So no, I will not be hunting it. Sure wish I could get a bottle, but I will not be hunting it because it's futile.
Yep.
All right. JG's in for one. He says, not sure if you got to read chat from behind the scenes. Anyway, you need to hire an intern whose only job is to flip Aaron's hair.
Yeah. Our Patreon community got to see some behind the scenes videos of us filming yesterday. And I had just freshly done my hair. And so it was real flippy and it was bothering me. So I kept going like this yesterday.
This was actually, we're always trying to think of new, fun, cool things for the channel. And one of the things that we decided to do yesterday was a recording in progress private live stream for patrons.
Mm-hmm.
We've done something like this before once, I think, but we were actually talking to people who were watching on the live stream. We didn't do any of that. This was just literally setting up the phone, streaming us recording so you could actually get an inside look at what it looks like to make content on the front end before anybody sees it. And then those videos will come out in a couple weeks. And then everybody who watched that can now watch the videos and see how it So, get to see how the sausage is made.
Yeah.
As it were.
That's kind of cool.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
We enjoyed it, and I think other people did too. It's a good way to pass some time.
Yeah.
Mike Ackley's in for 4. He says, "See you guys soon. Bring your clearance bottles. The group will help you." Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. We can get rid of some bottles.
I might, yeah.
Soon.
So Mike's talking about Barrels for Hope, the charity organization that I'm vice president of, where we do barrel picks and give those to our group members, and we do some bonus barrel picks and sell those for charity purposes as well. We have our big annual event coming up in July.
Couple weeks.
Yeah. Not this coming weekend after the 4th of July, but the one after that, the 12th and 13th in Louisville. So it's going to be awesome. And then prior to that same week, so Sunday night, I'm driving up to Louisville. Monday and Tuesday, you're not going to be there, but I'll be there. And we're going to Luxco, MGP, actually getting an inside tour of the facilities.
Pretty cool.
With shared pour. And we're actually going to be able to taste barrels left and right, straight out of the rick house.
I wish I could make it, but it's going to be fun. You're going to have a good time.
And if I find a barrel that I like, we can get it for a pick. Simple as that.
Yeah. It's pretty sweet. Like,
yeah,
I'm bummed I can't go, but
so real inside track stuff. I think there's going to be several other channels there. I think Bourbon of the Week, Chris is going to be there. I don't know if Marcus, the bourbon judge, is going to be there or not. I sure hope so. Hopefully Jason and Scott from Mash and Journey will be there.
A good time.
Yeah. It's going to be a great time and get our run of barrels. So it's going to be very, very, very cool. And that might be a new pick coming up for us.
Who knows? We'll see.
So Sunday night, I go drive up to that. I'm up there Monday and Tuesday for that. Wednesday morning, it's a wrap. Then I got to go over to Starlight and do a pre-selection of the barrels for the Barrel for Hope year-end event.
Which we're doing a group barrel pick.
100-person group barrel pick
at Starlight for the Barrels for Hope event.
On Saturday the 13th.
Yeah.
And then this Wednesday night, I'm doing a sample barrel pick for Knob Creek for Barrels for Hope.
Bee. And you need to drink some whiskey because we got a lot to go through.
And then after the Barrels for Hope event, Sunday we're driving to Michigan because Monday we have a pick at New Holland. Yeah. And then we get to drive back and rest for a while. And then
we're going to go visit my family.
And then we have a week away with
for
family.
Like a week we'll have a rest and then we'll go visit my family.
Yeah. We had a beginning of June, we had a family trip for some of my family, and then at the end of July we'll have a family trip for your family. It's been a busy summer. It's been actually a busy 2024. I'm glad the back half looks like it's going to be a little bit more chill.
Can you get on with your
Aged in Oak says, Aaron, my wife says if you're cleaning out your yarn stash, you can send it her way. Oh, you want to talk about your yarn stash?
Well,
wait, by the way, did you like this?
I did.
Okay.
It's good.
$100. It's pricey, but it is a single malt. It is American.
I'm just okay on $100. It's good, and maybe if you caught me on like the right day, I'd say yes. It's good.
At first, when I smelled it, I got the fruitiness from the wine finish, but then the more I smell it, the more I kind of get like a bready, malty type of thing.
And I got a little earthiness on the back end, which kind of really like made me like it more. Yes, I'm cleaning out my yarn stash. I'm making what is known in the knitting world as a scrappy project, where you take like all your yarn scraps or like leftover. If you only have like one ball, it's not enough to make like a garment or anything really worthwhile. So you combine all your scraps and make something. So I'm going to make a grandpa cardigan with patch pockets. So I can put my hands in my patch pockets. But yeah, once I'm done with that, if I've got any left over, I'll let you know.
Love it.
Yeah.
I missed this and I saw numbers getting posted in chat.
Oh.
Adam said, I'd like a pour, but don't feel like picking. Would y'all pick a number between 1 and 167? I'll pour it up for myself and let you know what you pick. Love it.
What are people picking?
Brian Miller got there first. He said 88.
Ooh, what is 88?
So let's see if Adam said what he is.
Wait, did you get all the super chats? We need to make sure
I did, yeah.
Okay.
Adam says Brian in first. Number 88 of my collection is Middle West Spirits Michelin Reserve.
Oh.
Great pour. Middle West Spirits is awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. We got the Whiskey Saint in the house. Great to see you, Darrell. Thanks for being here, man. All right, so my thought on this is...
Yeah, what do you think?
Yeah, I'm surprised. On the nose, I'm getting almost like a toasted bread with jelly on it.
Have you sipped it yet? You just smelled it.
On the palate, more earthy.
Mm-hmm. I like that. But it's sweet, though. But it's sweet and earthy.
Very tempered sweetness. there is sweetness there.
Mm-hmm.
Very tempered sweetness. That kind of jammy sweetness is kind of the forefront, the wine finish.
Mm-hmm.
But then underneath that, it doesn't really go super malty. It kind of goes chocolatey and peppery. And I like that.
I didn't get pepper at all, but
yeah,
I liked what I got.
I like that.
Yeah, I like it too. I think it's good.
So speaking of new content on the channel, the Bourbon Jerk said, Stuff and Whiskey, Josh, I thought the short was really cool.
Oh, thanks.
Thank you. I'm glad you liked it. We've got a new style of short coming up on the channel very soon.
Yeah.
So
stay tuned.
Those shorts were our style of just quick rating some new things or trying some new things. But in our normal life, before the channel ever even started, what our life looked like would be me at night pouring something that I wanted to drink upstairs, and then our sanctuary, Aaron's sanctuary, we call it. It's like a bonus room essentially.
Yeah, bonus room with a big couch and a TV.
Yeah, but it's downstairs. That's where we do our hanging out. So I'll pour something upstairs that I want to drink. I'll go downstairs, sit down on the couch together, and she'll be like, "Oh, let me try that."
Yeah.
And she'll just take 2 drinks without knowing what it is and react to it. And like that was it.
Yeah.
Like you were blinding stuff before I was even blinding stuff, because you would just try it without me telling you what it is.
Yeah.
So some of our shorts content is going to be that coming up, and you'll see the first one of those this Wednesday. It's Pappy Van Winkle 15 year.
Don't give it away.
I'm not giving anything away.
Okay.
But that's in the title.
Mm.
And then next week will be William LaRue Weller 2023. And then we've got a couple more bottles that we've recorded some stuff with in that regard.
So it should be good.
We got some, and Aaron's blind on.
We're having fun. The shorts are fun.
Yeah, that's all I did today was edit shorts.
Yeah.
I had a blast. Tom Shanley's in for 2, saying, loving the content. Always look forward to every video. And so, yeah, the shorts, by the way, will be on.
Where our next one while you're talking?
The shorts will be on Wednesday mornings. So technically now we have content coming out Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday every week.
For now.
So, pretty cool.
Yeah.
Next up, we've got Lodestar Whiskey.
Not Lone Star?
Not Lone Star. Lodestar Whiskey.
A star used as a point of navigational reference, or a person or principle that serves as an inspiration or guide.
There you go.
Interesting.
This modern blend combines notes of care. Oh, we don't want to read that.
Yeah, don't read that.
Dynamic and unexpected. Lodestar is best shared with friends. This is women owned and operated. There was like a whole press thing on this. It's 90 proof. It's American whiskey because it's a blend of high rye bourbon and an American single malt whiskey. So you got American single malt and high rye bourbon. This was sent to us. I think this is $45. We have tried it, so I'm curious to see how we feel about it tonight.
You are so far behind in chat.
Am I really?
Rick says, yeah. Happy Independence Day week. Yeah. 4th of July. Yeah. Great food. Grilling out.
All right, I'm going to get caught up on chat real quick.
All right.
Oh, I am
You
behind.
need to be better.
Hey, Justin's here. Justin Williams in the house, live from Turks and Caicos.
Dude, what are you doing watching us?
Paradise.
Go be in Turks and Caicos. Don't be here.
Brian said, all these barrel picks. You sure you're not professional whiskey tasters? Definitely not professional whiskey tasters. But hey, I think we've tasted enough whiskey now to know what good whiskey is and what's not good whiskey.
But what is good? That's so subjective.
Right. But I mean, they watch our channel. They know what we think is good and not good. Good question. Jamie asked, are we going to the Bourbon Junkies Bourbon in the Barn August 3rd? No, we are not. Family obligations and the kiddos starting school the very next week. So cannot make it.
Yep.
Let me make sure I didn't miss anything. And not below. Let me get caught up on chat real quick.
Here.
Oh, Mike asked a while back if we ordered the Cedar Ridge Quintessential. Did you order it? And if so, is she still into it? We didn't order it because we were going to Minnesota, and I know we could go buy it there because it's distributed.
And we didn't get it.
And then we ended up not going to any liquor stores in Minnesota. So now we're going to have to end up ordering it anyways.
Yeah.
So
stay tuned for that.
Yeah. You got Rick, right?
I got Rick, yeah.
Okay. You're on it. Adam Shelton said Lodestar was my nickname, and All right. You want to try this? I'll get caught up on chat while you try this. JG says Erin controls the remote in this family. She doesn't want that responsibility.
I don't control the remote, but I do like to control the mouse.
She always pushes it off on me.
Josh doesn't do chat well, but I'm doing super chat, so I can't do both. But in regards to the remote, I always give it to Josh. I turn on the TV and then I give it to him because I don't want that pressure. This is good. It's lighter than I expected it to be.
Summertime sipping. The theme of the stream.
Had you tasted this before? Did you know?
We tasted it when we first got it. Yeah.
Oh, we did.
Yeah. I honestly forgot what it tastes like.
That's good.
It's been a while. If Justin's talking about maybe even turning to rum, things are desperate down there.
Oh gosh.
Brian says maybe one day we'll get that 1792 foolproof pick. Maybe. It's forever.
I think the one thing about that one is that it's missing sweetness. But I like that. I just don't know if a lot of bourbon drinkers would like that.
I'm getting bready on the nose on this too. I'm getting a lot of breadiness.
Maybe you're just like deficient in carbohydrates. Maybe you need bread. Ooh, Jeremy says a cold front's moving through. I wish there was a cold front moving through because I just want to wear sweaters all the time. All year long.
It is summer.
Nah. Summer's overrated.
Mike Ackley asked, do you feel there is too much stuff out there? When you say too much stuff, what do you mean? Can you clarify the question a little bit?
Like whiskey?
I don't know if it was in relation to what we were talking about before, and I've forgotten what we were talking about. So I need clarification to answer you.
I need you to do the chat in order, please.
Okay.
Don't keep going back and forth and up and down. You're going to miss things.
Okay. Ryan T says, have you guys tried Found North Batch 9 yet? Curious because it sounds like you did a barrel pick with them. Thanks for all the awesome content.
Didn't you try Batch 9?
Yes, I tried Batch 9 on a Patreon. So almost every week I do a Patreon pop-up live stream. It's usually on Friday or Saturday afternoons around happy hour. And I just get on and hang out with everybody in chat, answer questions, try things that we have in.
I'm normally on in chat. I don't get on the screen though.
Yeah.
Because it's more whiskey nerdy than I care to be. So I just let Josh have his moment. And everyone on Patreon you guys can nerd out on whiskey stuff and I could just listen.
Right. And you comment along.
And I comment in the chat. Yeah.
So yeah, it's Batch 9 is very good. I thought Helldiver was good, but I was a little underwhelmed with that. Batch 9 is very good. It's very good. I would, if I had the budget, if you have the budget and you've had any of their other releases, Batch 9 is very good.
Yeah. Show Jay's comment. That's it. That's where it's at. Technically, I guess you are still correct.
There you go. Okay. Mike clarified and said too much craft out there.
I
think there's not enough good craft out there. How about that? And I don't blame craft for that. They had to make money. They got to stay in business. So aging up the whiskey really old takes time. And when it's 4 or 5 years old, they probably need to get it out the door just to stay afloat rather than,
giving it the time that it might need. Yeah.
And that's where companies, I think like Middle West and Hard Truth are so cool because they're putting out stuff that's younger, that tastes way older.
Not younger, yeah.
And it doesn't have that crafty, corny note. It's just really good whiskey. And I have an immense amount of respect for good craft whiskey.
Yeah.
All right. Mama P is saying it's in the 40s here this morning. Sure doesn't feel like summer. Wow. Asian Oak is in for 5 more. Says, I find my palate rides between both of yours. So when I consider something to try, I check your videos first. That's huge, man.
Yeah.
We say this all the time, or we just had that video about the 3 biggest lies in whiskey. And it's thinking that because something gets a glowing review, you should go out and get it.
Yeah.
No, you should listen to why it got a glowing review and who gave it the glowing review and then weigh that against your own personal preferences.
What you know through your time of drinking whiskey, what you know about your own palate.
Right.
Yeah.
And there's people that, I still watch their channels even though my palate doesn't align with their palate because if they don't like something for a specific reason, I might like it. Or vice versa,
What?
Vice versa.
Vice versa.
Oh
my gosh, that drives me up a wall.
Z Zachary Zacchaeus asks, just picked up a Penelope barrel strength. Haven't cracked it yet. Any thoughts? I think they're all a little different based on batches and everything. I've not been hugely impressed with Penelope's stuff, at least early on, because it was younger and it was a little bit harsh. I think it's getting some more age on it now, especially with the MGP acquisition of Penelope. I think they're getting access to a little bit more choice stocks, and I'm due to revisit some Penelope stuff. And I will when I'm up there in Louisville.
Did you drink that yet?
Yeah.
You did? You drank it?
Mm-hmm.
What do you think?
I almost expected it to be brighter. It's kind of got this like, I don't even know how to describe it. Like there's a citrusy twist on it.
Mm-hmm.
I said it smelled a little bready on the nose. It's more like pound cakey on the palate.
Interesting.
It's kind of, it's $45. It's 90 proof. It's light and easy sipping. It's kind of it's the thing that it is, and that's all that it is. It doesn't, you're not on a flavor roller coaster with this one, but for summertime sipping, it would be great. It would be great.
Yeah. You can't show every single comment. We need to.
Rick asked, have we tried or reviewed the Burning Chair bourbon? No, we have not had any Burning Chair. We've seen bottles, but haven't tried any of it. Jeffrey's in for one more, says, Happy Treason Day, ungrateful colonists.
Colonials.
Oh, colonials. Oh, there you go. Great Britain. It's only treason if you lose. George Washington. There you go. All right. Let's get caught up in chat a little bit. Jeremy's getting really surprised about Old Dominic. They've got some very good stuff for sure. Living the Life says Penelope 9-year cask strength is good. Yeah, you get that age on there, and yes. Mike says he loves the Architect. I haven't been impressed with the Architects. I don't know if it's the French oak coming through with just like, I like a spicy, punchy pour, but there's something about French oak to me that just, it can get a little crazy and get a little spiky. And at least the batches of Architect that I've tried have come across a bit too spiky and hot for me. I know a lot of people like it, and I haven't spent a lot of time with it. So,
yeah.
All right. Next up,
What we got?
Blue Note.
Oh.
Rye.
Blue Note Rye, eh?
93 proof. I think this is like a $35 or $40 bottle as well.
Oh, I feel like your elbow is going to you're just going to elbow me in the face.
Yes, we got some ryes in here for you.
Chicken wang it.
Chicken wang on that thing?
Chicken wang on that thing.
All right. Blue Note. I'm assuming this is sourced from Green River because most of their picks and their bourbon is sourced from Green River.
Okay.
It doesn't say where it's sourced from. It just says it's distilled in Kentucky and bottled by Blue Note out of Memphis. I know it's a 95.5 rye. I'm almost sure it's Green River. Doesn't say that, but
it's an educated guess.
Yeah, based on what I know. The only other thing I could imagine it being was Bardstown Bourbon Company, and they may have switched to them. But, thinking of like a nice and easy, 93 proof summer sipping rye. Oh, this is very citrusy.
It tastes kind of like an orange rind.
Yeah, it's almost got like an orangey, lemony.
It tastes like a citrus rind. Like it's kind of got that dry, rindy quality. I don't know.
Is it the pith?
Maybe.
Is that the white part?
Yeah. Ooh, maybe. I think you're right. It's good. I don't think it's my favorite out of the three we've tried so far. I actually like the Westward so far the best.
The Westward, yeah.
Yeah.
$100. With your bougie taste.
Oh, please. Who's the bougie one in this relationship? It's not me.
It's definitely me. Definitely me.
It's definitely you.
Adam Shilton says, wonder how that compares to the Green River Rye. I wonder the same thing.
That's a good question.
Yeah, we do need to get a bottle of the Green River Rye. I've heard it's really good.
Why are you going up? You're going
checking to make sure I didn't miss anything.
All out of order, boo.
You got to let me do my process, okay?
The problem is your process will keep us here till 11 o'clock at night.
No.
I know how you live stream. I watched your live streams where you're by yourself. You need someone to contain you.
Adam, got a question.
Between 1 and 176. 165.
Oh, I was going to say 82. Split our birth year.
Okay, we can do 82. That's fine.
You said 165. You were born in 81. I was born in 83. So I was thinking 82.
What is it? Tell him.
You said 165.
The official.
I'm saying 82.
The official is...
Adam can flip a coin.
82. 82. Let's go with what Josh said. It's fine.
And Travis says, Josh is 100% correct on the Green River. The only time I've seen him stumped is with Dickel. That's fair.
Touche, Travis. Touche. The only JS says, hi, I love your channel. I'm subbed. Aw, thanks.
Thank you. Thanks for joining in.
I've already had some.
Are you good?
It's fine. Yeah. I don't really want any more.
I think it's good. It's pretty simple.
It's fine. Yeah. I think.
It's honestly like it and the Lodestar are kind of the high rye American single malt versus just the rye. Both 90, 93 proof.
Yeah.
Kind of the thing they are. There's not a lot of twists and turns.
Yeah. They're not bad. They're just the thing that they are.
Yeah.
And like nothing more.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like
but
them.
good. I mean, good for them. I mean, you're talking about $35-$45.
Fair. Yeah. For the price, I feel like that's not bad.
I would like, this is a rye. Speaking of summertime sipping, I don't know if it's just a mood thing for me personally, but I almost always, if I'm going to have a pour at the end of the night, what I do is I put it in a Glencairn and I sit down and I nose it probably 3 or 4 times for every sip that I take.
Yeah.
And I experience it and I marinate in it and really enjoy it. I don't know if it's the heat or whatever, but so much more recently, I'm just grabbing a rocks glass and pouring something in there neat that's lower proof and kind of one note simple like this, and just sitting down and sipping it and enjoying it and not worrying about smelling it all that much. And just, I don't know. I don't know why I'm feeling that way lately, but
you are. That's your vibe.
Yeah. And honestly, I would do that with any of these 3. I feel like the Westward's the one that kind of commands a Glencairn, and you gotta, but like these other 2, especially for the price point, if I was gonna,
Emmanuel has a question.
If I was gonna grab something that was easy summer sipping, that's a newer bottle that you maybe haven't tried yet, either one of those would be a fine choice. Don't expect, again, it's not a roller coaster of flavor. It's low proof, easy, good sipping, but I like them both.
Did you see? Yeah.
Yep. Emmanuel.
That's what I think.
I hope.
Yeah.
Is asking, if you were to buy only one bottle as a beginner, what's it going to be? Well, I'm going to assume if you're a beginner that you're not going to want to get smacked over the head with a ton of proof.
Yeah.
So I would look towards lower proof, as high a quality as I can get.
Which would be what to you? If you could think of a couple examples.
Man, honestly, I think one of the pours that I really liked when I first started out was Elijah Craig Small Batch. It's very classic bourbon. It has a little bit of fruity sweetness. It also has some nuttiness. And if you try that and you like it, really like it, then that can push you in a whole direction of a ton of pours. And if you try it and it's not quite right for you, then you can go a whole different direction. I would honestly recommend buying 2 bottles. I'd get Elijah Craig Small Batch and something like Benchmark Top Floor if it's in your market, Buffalo Trace if you can get it.
That's 3.
Or something like 1792 Small Batch if you can't get the Benchmark or the Buffalo Trace. But I honestly think Buffalo Trace and Elijah Craig Small Batch, those should be like the 2 starting points for everybody new to bourbon.
Yep. You need to start going down now.
Because if you like the Buffalo Trace, and you're probably going to lean more towards fruity, sweet whiskey, sugary, candy sweet. If you like the Elijah Craig, you're going to lean more towards vanilla and caramel and things like that. All right. Adam says 82 is an Uncle Nearest single barrel, 125 proof. Haven't cracked it yet. Hope it's good. I've heard those are good.
Yeah, let us know.
Who
did we talk about saying that they like Uncle Nearest? Oh, it was the server at Bastion last night.
Yeah.
Saying he liked Uncle Nearest.
Yeah. We got Life from the Patio in the house. All right. Jeffrey's in on the game. I want to play. Pick a number between 1 and 89. And hey.
Wait, what are you doing?
You're not as cool as Adam. You're every bit as cool. You're here hanging out. We got 146 of you guys here hanging out. Thank you for being here.
Thank you guys for being here.
Leave a thumbs up on this stream. It helps a ton. And if you're in the chat, you might have to close the chat for a second, click the thumbs up, and then pop right back in. You're not going to miss anything. We're just hanging out. Pick a number, 1 to 89.
7.
7. Lucky number 7. Let me get the next pour up.
Let's get the next pour.
I'm going to pour both of these at the same time. We've got the High and Wicked Straight Rye and the High and Wicked Bourbon.
Oh.
So
interesting.
Answer this question from Richard.
What was a nice walk you took over the years, and what did you see? Oh.
You love taking walks.
I haven't taken any walks this year because when it was good weather for walks, we were infested with cicadas. Now it's just way too hot. So it would have to have been last year. There's this park kind of close to our house. It's an agricultural center park, and I like to walk there because they do I don't know. I guess they farm, they have a small little farm thing, and I don't know what they do with their little farming stuff.
Sure goes like a local farmer's
market.
But
I like to look and see what they're growing. And there's always somebody that has wildflowers there that they just leave them there, and then they just have a little sign that you can Venmo them if you want a bouquet of flowers. I've almost gotten them before. They're like $8 though. Pretty expensive, but they're pretty. So that's what I noticed. Yeah. You never take walks, so you don't notice anything.
Yeah, I'm not a big walker. I'd rather go for a bike ride or a run or a drive. The only JS says, did y'all ever try Bullet Rye before? It's really good.
It's one of my favorites. Honestly, that's kind of what I started out with as far as having stuff on my own whiskey shelf. Back in the day before I knew this guy, I had Bullet Rye all the time. That is still to this day. If I'm panic ordering some whiskey, I don't know what to get. They're like, what do you want? I'm like Bullet Rye, because every bar has it. I know I like it. So it's my safe zone. So yes, I'm a fan of Bullet Rye.
I feel like we're working really well here. The fact that I have to keep up with chat makes me not get too wild.
Yeah.
And then you can because I've got to read.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can.
Teamwork makes the dream work. Cheers to that.
All right, she's trying the rye right now, and this is 49.1% ABV, so 98.2 proof.
This is good.
5 years old.
There's some darkness there that I like that I think might have been missing from the blue note.
Aged in new toasted white oak char number 4 barrels for 5 years, non-chill filtered. And then let me see if there's anything else. So
I will say you do have to start hiding these and
right. Hang on, I don't want to lose my spot though. Bottled by High and Wicked, Harrodsburg, Kentucky. Distilled by New Riff. So this is distilled for High and Wicked by New Riff. Contract
distilling.
I think the mash bill is, if I'm not mistaken, it's right here. 91% rye, 9% malt. I don't think that's a mash bill that New Riff distills for themselves. I think it is actually distilled for High and Wicked.
Oh, interesting. This is good. Have I ever had this brand before?
No.
I'm impressed.
Okay, on the nose, this smells like I don't know if it's the age or whatever. I'm starting to get some vanilla. It's I'm getting more barrel on this.
Very, very interesting. I like both of these.
What's that stuff called? The frozen dessert thing? Mochi?
I think so.
It's the green. That rye to me has a mochi kind of sweetness.
Interesting.
But on the palate, it's getting me down here too. Interesting.
Yeah. What's the proof on these?
The rye is 98.2.
Okay.
The bourbon I think is 104.
Okay. I think they both drink a little bit higher proof than they are.
And probably 75 for the rye, I believe.
Okay.
80 for the bourbon. So they're up there.
Yeah.
You're paying for more proof, probably a little bit more age. We'll see.
They're good. I like them both.
Real quick, I wanted to highlight in chat some great first bottle recommendations as well to check out. Wild Turkey 101.
Yep.
Water, get that. Add some water or ice. Work your way up. If you can't handle it full strength, but Wild Turkey 101 is a fantastic bottle. 1910 from Old Forester is also a great call, and Green River 90 proof is an amazing call as well. If you like Buffalo Trace, I feel like you'd love Green River. I love Green River. Justin says only one bottle. Penelope Rio. Yeah. Ugh. I'm not a fan of honey finish or Ambarana finish. I do not like Rio, and Justin knows it, and Justin doesn't like Rio.
It's not as
either.
bad as you drama queens make it out to be. It's not bad.
Gorilla Glue Enthusiast says Green River weeded. We haven't tried the weeded yet, but yeah.
Not.
Mike Davis says Jack Daniel's Single Barrel Select, the 94 proof Single Barrel Selects are some of our favorite low proof. Like a little more expensive for a newbie, but I'm telling you what, man,
they're good.
It is like an elevated low proof sipper. I know everybody talks about how great the Old Forester 100 proof single barrel picks are. The Jack Daniel's single barrel picks aren't 100 proof; they're 94, but boy, they can be every bit as good as those Old Forester
and
picks.
Flavorful, yeah.
Yeah. Nathan's trolling, says if only one bottle, might as well go WLW. Yeah. Again, we have a short coming up of William Leroy Weller, and Aaron tries it blind.
I do. I didn't know I was drinking it.
Thomas says Eagle Rare 10. I wish Eagle Rare was on the shelves all the time for $40 because it would be a great first bottle. I mean, I used to drink Eagle Rare back in like the late 2000s, early teens, and it was one of my go-to bottles, and then it just disappeared. All right, we got a lot more recommendations going on. JG says, Josh, you feeling okay? Not over analyzing? I was worried. Blink twice if you were okay. Oh, that's funny. Adam, oh, y'all went to Bastion? Yeah, man, that's where I told you we were recording, and then we had a date night, and it's
our birthday tradition, except we just did Josh's birthday dinner like a month late.
Yeah.
But it's okay. We made it.
All right, between these two,
they're both good.
What do you think?
I like them both. I can't pick one. It's like asking for a favorite child.
It hardly feels that serious.
It's not that serious. They're both good. I enjoyed both of them. I think I probably just would lean more toward the rye, like
just personal preference.
On a regular night, just because that would be what I would want to drink as a rye. But the bourbon's good as well.
$5 cheaper, the rye.
The $5 is not enough to
$75, $80. Are you like me? You wish these were more like 50?
I do wish they were more like 50, but I understand why they're the price that they are. They taste good, and they've got to make up their money somehow.
Yeah.
But I don't feel like they're a ripoff.
Yeah.
They are more pricey than I want them to be, but I don't feel like it's too much. I don't feel like they're asking too much for the quality of what I'm drinking.
Okay. So the bourbon says distilled in Kentucky.
Okay.
I thought this was MGP because the mash bill says 51% corn, 39% rye, 10% malted barley, that is an MGP highest rye mash bill. But this says it was actually distilled in Kentucky.
And MGP's in Indiana, right?
Correct.
Because I know things.
It's probably, I would guess, probably Bardstown Bourbon Company. If somebody knows in chat, let us know where it's from. But it says Kentucky grown corn and rye, 104 proof, aged for 5 years.
I like it.
Aged in new white oak barrels, medium plus toast number 4 char.
Did you get Lance?
Non-chill filtered. I was just about to.
Thank you, Lance. We are glad you
much.
enjoy watching. We enjoy doing this.
Yeah. Got you in for 2.
Yep.
I get apricot on the nose of this bourbon.
Do you?
That's crazy.
Interesting.
That's not a note I get very often, ever.
Especially on bourbon. If you get that, it's usually on like an international.
All right.
Oh, wait.
I'm going to call him Triple Z. He's ready for another pour, and I'll play number between 1 and 85. Let's go 23.
Okay. The only JS. Ginger ale and lemon. Can you highlight that? With bullet rye. Ooh. That's how I got into it. I can't drink it straight, though. I'll have to try that. I mean, ginger ale
that would be
lemon,
good, yeah.
I can imagine that's good.
I mean, it's essentially like a highball.
Did you just order it like that? Just ginger ale and lemon?
Bullet highball. What'll get you there?
Is that what you would say?
Yeah.
Like if we were out in public?
The Bourbon Jerk has a great question. Do you guys actually keep a running list of your bottles and assign them numbers? Yeah, I mean, if they're on a spreadsheet.
I mean, the people that are asking for numbers, probably.
If they're on a spreadsheet. We do not keep a running list of
We don't, but people do.
This is, Chad says, Bullet is also his safe place for a bar pour.
Yeah.
So we went down, we were at downtown Nashville, rare, but we were down there. We went to Robert's Western World.
World, yeah.
And like I get to the bar and panicked, and I'm like, because it's just even get them to notice you there because it's so busy. You're like, and they're like, what do you want? I'm like, give me I don't.
Because you don't want to take all the time to look because there's all these people around you.
You can't ask what they have. There's no time.
Bullet Rye.
Yeah, I think I got like
You got something crazy.
I got like a Miller Lite or something. And then
you got a beer?
Yeah.
Oh.
And I was drinking it and I said it, and as soon as I said it, I was like, that was a terrible order.
You gotta go in with a game plan.
But then I said that, and then they looked at you and they're like, what do you want? And you're like, you got Bullet Rye? And they're like, yeah. You want it on ice? And you're like, no, neat. And my beer was like $2 or $3 more expensive than your Bullet Rye was, and they gave you like a double and a half pour.
I got a good pour.
I was like, man, I should have got the
You've got to have your safety pour. Like when you panic order, you need to have a fallback.
Justin says, read it.
Aaron calls us drama queens and I can't defend us. I know. I only speak the truth, brother.
Agent Oaks in for $5 or one more, $5. Thank you so much.
10 year, that's good.
Yeah, 10 cup 10 year is great. Yeah. I think it's like the best findable Eagle Rare alternative.
Mm-hmm.
Other than like just Buffalo Trace itself. All right, let me get caught up here. Oh, Daryl got a Michter's 10-year bourbon last week, 2023 score.
Oh, nice.
The 2024, at least the one I've had, very good if you can get your hands on a 2024.
John, can you scroll down and ask what Sagamore Rise do I like? Not the double oaked. Is there one I like that's not the double oaked?
You've liked some of the cask strength ones. You like some of the picks. I mean, you loved our pick, the second one we did,
yeah.
Yeah.
I think
the sherry finish, the port finish are both really good.
I think it varies, but I would say like a port finish and sherry finish I remember liking.
Mm-hmm.
But for me, I love the double oak, so that I always just, if I find something I really like, I generally don't stray from it. If given the opportunity, I'll be like, no, I like what I like.
These high-end Wickeds, good. I wish they were $50. I wish everything was $50. They're good.
Mm-hmm. I like them.
I lean towards the bourbon just because I'm more of a bourbon guy. It's kind of got this apricot creaminess to it.
Okay.
It doesn't have the twists and turns. I still think probably the favorite thing that we've tried tonight so far for me would be the Westward.
Yeah, I agree. I think high and wicked are my second though.
Yeah, the Westward had layers of flavor. These are coming closer to that over the, this is, you don't always get what you pay for in whiskey. There's a lot of marketing and fluff that goes into it, but there are times where you do get what you pay for. And I think this is scaling with that. Like we've got a couple of great lower price, easy sippers that are generally enjoyable. We've got these high-end Wickeds that are kind of like in that middle ground, $50 to $70, $80 that are got a little bit of something going on in them and are quite enjoyable as well. And then we've got the Westward, and none of these have been bad pours.
No.
I've enjoyed all these for what they are.
Also, I forgot my chapstick, so I'm using yours.
Yeah. But to the point, I'm enjoying all for what they are, but they all are what they are. Nothing is like out kicking its coverage or performing well beyond its price point or anything like that.
I think the high-end Wickeds drank a little higher proof than they were.
Okay.
The finish lasted quite a while on those for what they were. So I was impressed with that.
So Tristan says, just got into bourbon. I tried Buffalo Trace, Elijah Craig Small Batch, Four Roses Small Batch, just tried a rare breed, and I don't think I can go back. Just delicious. Yeah, man, when you get used to that bigger flavor and that punch, it's hard. It's hard to go back. Emmanuel said, I looked through tons of different whiskey channels and only subscribe to you guys. I like the family vibe. Thanks for good videos, Josh and Aaron. What do you say about us all the time?
We're the family-friendly over 21-year-old channel.
Yeah. All right. I'm going to catch up in chat while I get this poured. This bottle right here, Bhakta.
That's it's a mid-century mod style, which Josh is like all about.
This bottle looks like it belongs in cinema.
The restaurant.
Bhakta, Armagnac finished bourbon whiskey, 2014, 9-year-old bourbon from MGP, 105.4 proof. It's got a glass. Let's see if we can get that. It's got a glass cork topper, like it's got a signature. This is $150. This is a 99% corn bourbon that underwent a 125-day secondary finish in French oak barrels,
Okay.
and then it was finished after that in an armagnac cask. So I love this cork. I love it.
Yeah, it's like legit glass all the way through.
Yes.
There's no cork in it.
There's no worried about breaking a cork. Now, I will say, Lance over at the Whiskey Tornado really likes Bhakta 1928 or whatever it is, the rye whiskey that's been blended with Calvados and some other trash, and that bottle is atrocious. Never buy that bottle. It's like a $65 ripoff.
Calm down,
Lance loves it.
son.
It's so funky and gross. I took
Hold on. You need to clarify for people. Don't be hyperbolic.
I took 2 sips. It was not for me. It's funky. It doesn't taste like whiskey to me because it's got the Calvados and whatever else blended into it. This tastes like whiskey, I think. So we're gonna see.
I'm gonna drink this while you get caught up in chat. There's a slight pink eraser taste to this.
I'm gonna fly to get caught up here,
which I haven't gotten in a while, and I kind of miss getting that.
All right. Let me get caught up. Oh, Jeremy snagged a 1970s Jim Beam Model A decanter today with a good fill level. Excited to decant and try this. Don't get lead poisoning, please.
Yeah.
Other than that, enjoy. All right. Let me get caught up.
This is good. It's probably a mood pour for me, though, I have to say.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, finished. I can see it being a mood pour for sure.
I finished whiskeys go either like I love them or they're just okay for me usually, or I hate them. But usually I either love them or they're just okay. And this one to me is just okay. It's a mood pour as far as the finishing is concerned.
Oh man, it smells like fruit. It smells like I'm smelling a peach that's been split open and that started to get a little bit overly ripe.
Is it peach season yet? When is peach season? Have we already passed it? When is peach season, y'all?
I don't know.
If Josh could get caught up in chat, I could find out the answer. I feel like we probably are. I feel like it's early summer.
All right, let me keep scrolling.
Aaron wishes everything was $30.
Yes.
Yeah, I've raised my bar to like 50 now. Like if everything would be 50, I'd be fine with it.
Well, 50 is the new 30. Steven says mini $100 plus bottle should only be 50. Dang right.
Fair, yeah. Hey, Aaron. Hey, don't skip that.
Aaron's in here. Love the channel. Drinking some Magic Kelvin. Heck yeah, man. I hope you're enjoying it. I love that bottle. Got you in for 2. All right.
You are so far behind, my dear.
I'm catching up. So Adam says, I think that's the one Matt Porter hated. That was the Bhakta 1928. Yep.
The one that you didn't like?
The one that I didn't like too, yeah. It is. Oh, it's not good. Hey, Walter Krause in the house. 5 entries.
Oh, whoa. Oh, no.
Adam.
What?
Just gonna breeze on past.
I need you to go back up so I can get that super chat in here, please, sir.
A waltz?
Yeah. Sorry.
When I hear Walt now, we finished rewatching Breaking Bad. Man, when you get far enough removed where you kind of forget some of the finer plot points.
I completely forgot how that series ended because I watched it back in 2013 when it came out.
So when I saw Walt, I thought about that.
Didn't know how it ended, and now I do, and it's a great series. It really is. I feel like they had to have started. We've talked about this. They had to have started that series with the end. Like it was already planned out because the intricacies of how the seasons not only build upon each other, but like interplay with each other. They had to have known when they were filming season 1 that XYZ was going to happen in season 4 or whatever. Like, so I find that fascinating. Okay.
Triple Z says peach season's July through August, and Jeffrey's in for one more. Says Bhakta in Star Wars lore. There is Bhakta that heals wounds. Bhakta, both heal wounds. Hey, there you go.
Oh. Is that all the super chats? Walt and Jeff free? Do you prefer Jeff or Jeffrey? Let us know.
We've emailed. I think Jeff? It's both ways. It's like me.
Josh or Joshua. Yeah.
Ooh, Jeff knows what's up. Is the peach truck in Elmington Park yet? That's what I've been looking for. The peach truck. I haven't seen any breaking peach truck
I know
news.
when it's peach season, but I haven't seen the peach truck anywhere.
This is a great question. Steve asks, what's your preference between Jack Daniel's Barrel Proof Rye and Old Forester Barrel Proof Rye? Easy for me. Jack Daniel's Barrel Proof Rye.
Do I have a
And in
preference?
blinds, you slightly skew to Jack Daniel's as well.
Okay.
Even though we both really love the Old Forester also.
Mm-hmm.
But I do think Jack Daniel's is the better rye, but Old Forester's good too. I mean, the answer is both. Why not both?
Jay says, have you seen Josh in the Juicy? It's year-round peach season. Yeah, it is. Oh, Kim. Whoa. Come on. Cheers on vacation. You're on vacation.
In Hilton Head.
Oh, sweet.
Cheers. About to pour some Smoke Wagon, uncut, unfiltered. Hope you enjoy it.
I'm so, like, touched that some people are joining us from their vacations. Like Justin, Kim. Like, y'all don't have to do that. Like, we're just us. But thank you for being here.
So this Bhakta, you said it was a mood pour for you.
Yep.
I feel you. The finish on it is not subtle.
It's not. And I think
it's not subtle.
That's what makes it a mood pour. I can't just have it whenever.
It's kind of like peaches and plums on the palate.
But it's like a strong pink eraser.
I don't get the pink eraser at all.
Strong. I get it like
I'm getting
strongly.
Peaches and plums, a lot of vanilla to kind of go along with that. Barrel influence. And it's got this very, and I'm nitpicking here, but it's important to note with finishing sometimes things can get a little drying on the tail end. And this does that. Not offensive at all.
Yeah.
It almost kind of makes me want to keep it makes me want to go back for another pour, like back for another sip. So in that way, it actually is kind of dangerous, I think. But Bhakta, I mean, $150. I'm probably 70, half of that went into this bottle. This thing's freaking gorgeous.
Yeah.
I mean, this honestly should just live on display somewhere.
It is a pretty bottle.
I'd almost rather look at it than drink it, but it's pretty good too. Again, I wish it was $50 to $70. That's what I wish everything was. Theme of the night.
Yeah.
All right. Let's give the palates a rest and then we'll get into this flight.
Hit hide.
Yep. All right. Let me get caught up. Adam is absolutely right. Jack Daniel's is crushing it. Here's a question. You are nothing if not a nail fiend.
I don't know what this color is called. It's like it's an Italian red. It's like an orangey red. It's like the name of like an Italian race car, I think is what it's called. And what made
Rosa Corsa?
I think so.
Ferrari red?
I think so.
Yeah.
Because it's an orangey red. And what made me choose it is
my car guy stuff's been turning lately,
guys. Independence Day is coming up and red, white, and blue.
Let freedom ring.
And I don't have any blue nail polish.
I thought you were going to join me there.
I'm not going to sing that. My voice would crack. And so red was the color that I had. So that was the closest for like 4th of July holiday. And my toes are painted too.
Same color?
Same color. But I think after this, I have like a fuchsia pink that I would probably only feel comfortable wearing in the summertime. So I think after this, I'm going to do the pink.
And you do.
And then I'm going to go back to my regular like pink, like
guys,
light pink.
Look, I've learned so many things from this woman. One of the things I've learned is when it comes to nails, I always thought when women painted their nails, they had to like paint them and just sit around like this for hours. No, she does this thing. You have the little light.
I do gel manicures. So I put it in like a UV light and then they're instantly dry. So I can like paint them and then just go on about my day.
Right. And they're dry like immediately.
Yeah.
Like
it's so nice.
Every person that paints their nails should have this.
Gel manicures are great. I love it.
It doesn't even make sense.
We're falling way behind in the chat.
Stephen Pope says, you two are fantastic. I love your channel.
Thanks, Stephen.
Thank you so much. We love you loving our channel. We love doing the channel. We love hanging out with you guys on these live streams. We'd live stream all the time if we could, but
unfortunately we can't.
We just can't. We do enjoy having a life outside the channel. Kind of. What little we do.
I mean, we're pretty boring.
All right. We got Chip in for 2. Cheers from Charleston, South Carolina. Relaxing this eve with a Dark Arts 10-year. Ooh, yeah, Dark Arts is good. We just did that Barrels for Hope pick. 2 barrels, and then we got to go up there and do a Stuff and Whiskey pick.
Yeah.
At Dark Arts.
Yeah.
All right. Rick says your NBC National Barrel Company single barrel cask strength pick Blurred Lines is one of my favorite bottles. Absolutely outstanding. Looking forward to more great barrel picks.
You're welcome. I fought for that bottle.
Well, it was the easy.
It was the easy
choice,
Blurred Lines.
Yeah. Yeah, National Barrel Company does amazing stuff. We're going to pick, when their 11-year rise turned 12 years, we're going to pick one of those.
Mm-hmm.
And that will be this October. And then we are probably going to pick another bourbon again in January. Maybe before then, we'll see. Maybe we'll pick
as much as we can.
Maybe we'll pick it for the holidays.
They put out such good stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like we've done so many barrel picks this year. We really want to stick to around 12 just to be mindful of people's budgets.
Mm-hmm.
We got to take off work to do these things. It's a whole deal.
Mm-hmm.
However, this year we're really pushing much closer to 20 picks.
It's so many.
And we still have things in the pipeline that need to come out, but going and doing the National Barrel Company rye, getting another bourbon around the beginning of the year will be really good. And then we've got, we need to do a dark arts pick. We're in talks about doing a Middle West weeded whiskey pick.
Go to Emmanuel's.
We got a lot of stuff coming up.
Yeah.
And we're always trying to get more cool, awesome picks for you guys every chance we can get. Emmanuel says, if that's not too much to ask, can you briefly explain what barrel picks means when you mention them for your Patreon members? I appreciate it.
That's a very good question.
It's a great question.
I did not know what that meant until we started doing them.
Sorry, guys. I got something in my eye. So barrel picks are when not everybody can do these, but if you have a way to do them, they're really awesome. You get to go to a distillery and they have barrels that they have selected to be part of their single barrel selection program. And then you go and taste however many barrels that particular distillery lets you taste.
They will pull a selection of them, maybe like say 4 barrels.
Yeah.
And they will let you taste what's in those barrels.
And then we're going in there and we're tasting those barrels with the intention of it's labeled as their bottle of whiskey, but it's our selection of their barrel of whiskey.
So we essentially, for lack of a better word, buy that barrel.
Yeah.
Through stores and legalities and stuff, but we are responsible for that barrel, and that becomes our barrel, and they bottle it, and then we are able to sell it and make it available to our Patreon members.
Right. And so if you watch the channel, if you align with our palates, if you know what we like and it aligns with what you like, then that barrel goes to our retail partner, which is oftentimes shared pour or keg and bottle, unless we do a National Barrel Company pick, which goes directly through them. And then we just make it available. We post the link and everybody from all over can order. And if you're in a state that doesn't offer shipping from that particular retailer, then we've got some assistance available over on Discord. But yeah, it's great. It's a really cool way for us to be able to go and kind of put our stamp on a single barrel. And single barrels are my favorite products in the market. They're very unique. Even if they taste somewhat similar to the regular bottled product, it's still going to be different because it's a single barrel. So it's a really unique product. They may only yield 100 to 200 bottles. So it's very limited, once it's gone, it's gone. And some of our favorite whiskeys ever produced are single barrels. So to be able to go pick our own and what fits our palate is amazing.
Taste through and select one we like. It's pretty cool.
And I'm really big personally on communicating with the distilleries, communicating with anybody that I can to let them know what our preferences are going in so that we can make sure that we get a selection of barrels that fit our palates. And then from that, we're able to pick. Yeah. And we tend to pick, I love things that are really saturated flavors with a good bit of sweetness and some oomph and some punch. You like stuff that
a little more balanced in the sweetness department, not necessarily super sweet. I like proof, but I also can appreciate not proof.
But if it's too spicy.
If it's got a lot of flavor, I can appreciate low proof. So we like a lot of flavor, I think, in our whiskey. That's the common denominator. We like really flavorful pours.
Yeah. And then I feel like if you get a Stuff and Whiskey barrel pick, whatever that product is, whether it's a 94 proof Jack Daniels that we released this year, or it's a 127 proof National Barrel Company pick, or something like that. The theme is always, with us both picking it, it's going to have a lot of flavor, saturation of flavor, a great finish for whatever that product is, and it's it's going to be interesting. It's going to be good. And I think with us both picking it ends up, and we also invite Patreon members along.
We're not the only ones there. We have some of our Patreon members get to come on each of our barrel picks, which is fun. Okay, I need to make sure we get all these super chats in too.
We will. We're going to get them. I'm going to get caught up right now.
Okay.
So Adam asked, Aaron and Josh, one last pour of the night. Could you pick a number between 1 and 167?
Oh, can I pick?
You can pick.
Let's do 42, because that's how old I am. It's a good number.
Here you go. Isn't 42 the answer to the universe? Is that true?
I don't know.
I think that's true.
I don't know that question. What's the question?
I think 42 is the answer. All right, we got Pat in the house. Good to see you, Spike. He says, hi. Yeah, just hi. Can't think of anything else at the moment. There you go. We got you in for one. Good to see you tonight. Daryl asks, Josh, did you say High and Wicked? Yeah, we tried
we did try
High and Wicked bourbon and rye.
They were both good.
Yeah, you might have to rewind a little bit. Jeffrey asks, how much does a pick cost? Well, on the consumer side,
it depends,
it's a two-part question. On the consumer side, everything we've picked has been between like 50 or 60 up to like $130 a bottle. Kind of they fall in that range.
Depending on the distillery.
Right. Most things have been in like that 80 to 130 range, more tight even than 50 to 150. Now, on the other end, to actually go buy a barrel, that can run anywhere. Like if you're doing a pick, we partner up with our retail partner, but to get the whole barrel, I mean, even at wholesale rates, you're looking at like $7,000 to $18,000 or more.
Yeah, it just depends.
Like we did a 4-gate pick that's going to be coming out probably it's being double barreled right now. It's probably going to come out in September. That's like a $30,000 plus barrel, Don't
tell me that.
Just saying. So that's the cost of the barrel, and then that gets however much the barrel yields. That gets split up into however many cases, and then that's how they determine how much the bottles cost.
Yeah.
And that happens all the time. Daryl said, hard to see the bottles. Well, we do try to hold them up in front of the camera. Maybe I didn't do that with the High and Wickeds. I don't think I did. Let me do that real quick. So the High and Wickeds, they look like this. So that's the rye. You see High and Wicked straight rye. I think I've done this to all the other bottles. My apologies for not doing it with the High and Wickeds. And
it's
then
hard to remember.
So the rye has a red label, interestingly, not green. Most ryes have green labels. And then the bourbon has a blue label. Gorgeous labeling.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, let's do this. Let me get caught up with chat while we do this flight. How about that?
Yeah. So and also, just real quick, about 30 more minutes to the giveaway. I'm going to cut the giveaway off at 9:45 Central Time.
I thought 9:50.
I'm going to do 9:45.
Why?
Because I want to.
Okay. We're going to do 9:45. We got a flight of 4 pours here. I know that, I think Larry said they're between, I think like $30 to $40 up to like $80. So I don't remember what else. He sent it a while back.
Ranking this flight?
Yeah. Yeah.
How are we doing it together?
You can go through and speak to them as I'm dealing with chat, and then I'll go through and do it.
No, I just want to drink and put it in my order.
Okay.
Can I do that? Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So Nelson says, daughters gave me a bottle of Penelope Rose cask finish for Father's Day. Great gift. Awesome. Awesome. Let me scroll and try to get caught up real quick.
Oh, I need to get the super chats in here.
Yep. So we got Tom is in for 2. Thank you so much, Tom. Look like you got like a pilot uniform on there or something. Oh, this is a great question. Josh asked, what boundaries do you guys have with when you guys drink? Well, we're old, so our number one thing is making sure that we still feel good the next day.
Yeah.
That's a biggie for us.
Yeah, because we still have a life to live.
Yes.
We can't sleep off a hangover.
And if we have to drive, one of us has to be good to do that. So we have to play that game as well. Don't mess around with drinking and driving. I almost got hit. I went to the grocery store today. Coming back, I'm assuming the guy was on his phone. But there's like a curve on like after Franklin Road before Granny White.
Yeah.
There's like a curve.
Yep.
And I was driving behind a car and we're kind of coming around the bend this way, and this guy's coming around the bend this way, and just like he just didn't make the turn. He started coming into the lane, and I'm like, he's either
Did you
going to
honk
hit
at him?
Well, the car in front of me did. I was like, he's either going to hit that car head on, or he's going to somehow miss them, and then I'm going to have nowhere to go.
Oh my gosh!
And they honked at him. He pulled it back in the lane. But
don't drive while you're on your phone, people.
Yeah,
you too, sir.
It was not good.
Mm-mm.
I was like, well, this is it. Daryl said high and wicked's really good, especially the cask strength. I'd love to try the cask strength after trying this other version.
Man, I can't not get how like
the
substantial these
weighty
whiskey glasses are.
Yeah,
they're
look
like
at these. Look at these.
legit.
So Matt Porter talks about these. These things are, compared to a Glencairn, they're beefy.
Yeah.
Some beefy boys. And they do swirl whiskey like none other. So yeah, we got some Whiskeys. We actually have expanded the shop offerings over at stuffandwhiskey.com.
Yeah, we have, and we're going to do more. It's pretty, outside of our merch, it's pretty bare bones, but we're getting more stuff. I just need to find the time to be able to put more on there.
We've got these whiskey glasses with this flight board over there on stuffandwhiskey.com. Non-branded. Not everybody wants branded things. We do our branded Glencairns through our Patreon stuff, but you know, we got whiskey glasses. We got, there
will be more coming in the non-branded.
You got your cozy corner.
I am doing some stuff just because I realize like I have all this creative energy that I just have to let out. And so I'm either like incessantly knitting or working on like designing a sweatshirt or something. I don't know. And so we have a venue where I can put that stuff out. So I have some of my like stuff on there, which again, there will be more on there. There's only like 4 things on there now. Yeah. Designing some mugs and stuff.
I got to point out, Tom, thank you for the kind words. And you're dead right. I did outkick my coverage for sure.
Dude, have you seen yourself? That beard? Those legs? You did not outkick your coverage, sir.
Living the Life says the Midwest pumpernickel pick was fantastic. Yeah, man, those Midwest were
okay.
so good.
This is going to be, I have a winner and everything else is second.
Really?
Yep.
Okay. Thoughts on the flight in general?
It's a good flight. I like everything in there.
Okay. Do you love any of them?
My winner, I really like.
You really like. You don't love it, but you really like it.
It takes a lot for me to say I love something.
I know, that's fair.
I really like.
Speaks volumes to people watching.
I really like the one that I really like, and the rest of them I like.
You like.
I like this one boar, but then I'm friend zoning the other ones.
You wouldn't turn down any of them.
Yeah.
You would not finish a glass. You'd finish a glass,
Mm-hmm.
but you don't. You need bottles of any of them?
The last one I like.
Your winner?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It feels really proofy though too. It's like it's hugging me.
All right, so I'm gonna get started on this.
Okay.
And you've got your first place and everything else, and then I'll go through here. So Joey says, can you talk about the Pursuit Double Trouble you have coming out? Yeah, it's a double oaked. I think it's one of the very first double oaked picks to ever come out from Pursuit. I mean, we went and picked it right after they released their own double oaked. It is a bourbon that has been finished with, they call them creme brulee staves. And it is like a chocolate cheesecake with raspberry drizzle, and you're eating that on an oak plate. It just, that's everything that it is, and it's absolutely great. It's got, again, to our preferences, has a saturation of flavor, has a great finish on it for 108 proof. It's awesome. $80, like it's awesome. It's not, if you've tried the regular double oaked from Pursuit, that's real butterscotchy, caramelly, and really, really like Werther sweet. This is not that. This, I think, is a much more balanced and well-crafted bourbon. I think that's fair to say. Yeah. It wasn't playing to the all sweet thing that they were going for their own release. It's a very nice bottle of whiskey.
Yeah.
Oh man. Okay. So the first glass is real sweet.
Oh, we're so far behind. 42. Okay. It's Pikesville. Remember when they asked for a number and I said 42? Yeah. Go up.
Okay, hang on. It's 9:14. I'm 6 minutes behind. Let me get caught up.
Yeah.
Clifford says, any teasers on the 4-gate pick details? It's sourced Kentucky bourbon, 8 years old, from a distillery that a lot of people really like, but I can't say. Yeah. I don't even know where to go from there. It's
that's what you can say.
it's like a single barrel selection of Foregate Kelvin 60. If you Google where's Foregate Kelvin 60 from, you can find some information. But it's double oaked. Goodness. It's coming.
Yep. Let's get caught up, boo.
All right.
Wait, Jeffrey Jennings.
He said, wait, you were born in the early 80s and you're old?
Yep.
We joke that we're old, but my daughter, like, she would call me old, and I'm like, ha, 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 yeah. She started calling me middle-aged. That hurts.
That hits even worse than old.
That hurts.
Yeah.
A lot. Pat says, Stuff and Whiskey doesn't want whiskey with good taste. They want whiskey that tastes good.
Oh.
By the way, how are the whiskey glasses? Yeah. So the whiskey glasses are way more hefty. This has the heft of a rocks glass. Glencairns feel lightweight. This feels like it's probably not double the weight, but it feels about double the weight.
It's not, but it feels...
It's bottom heavy, too, because it's got a lot of mass down
mm-hmm.
low.
That's how you like it. Did I say that out loud? I said it under my breath. Okay.
Mr. Ritchie says, I was just given one of those glasses from Fred Minnick. They're nice, ain't they? All right, this first glass smells like if you liquefied sweet tarts and then aged it in a barrel for a long time.
Oh, interesting.
I really like the nose on glass one.
Okay.
Thinner on the palate, but the flavor's still there. Kind of reminds me of like a 10-year Eagle Rare 10-year, like that kind of oak age range. And that same type of sweetness, maybe something like MGP, Buffalo Trace in that vein. Tastes really good. Yeah, I could drink that all day.
Yeah, I want to say everything every pour in this flight, I enjoyed.
Yeah.
So there wasn't one that I was like, ugh.
You know what I was talking about in my mood? Like now I want to just put something in a rocks glass and just drink sip it and enjoy it. Glass one, I could absolutely do that with. Although I could also have it in a Glencairn or a whiskey glass, which you can shop on stuffandwhiskey.com.
Oh my gosh. That was car salesman.
You can you could do that with glass one too.
Yeah,
I could smell it.
Sure.
I could smell it just as much. Bourbon Jerk got you in for 2. Great stream, guys.
Thanks.
Cheers. Thank you.
Thanks for being
here.
For
being a part of it.
Yeah.
151 in chat. Thank y'all for being here.
We haven't drove people away yet.
We have a giveaway going on down below. Not a giveaway, a raffle. Like a super chat. Press your luck. You remember that show? I used to love that show. Big bucks, no whammies.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. We got that going on. So we can share some whiskey with you guys, and it helps support the channel as well. So that's going on down there below. Our upcoming Found North and Pursuit picks.
I need you to click on that so I can actually see the name. Thank you.
And then, we're doing a 4-pour flight of some summertime sippers. Hopefully that first pour seems kind of like it fits the bill. And we're going to also be including a flight of good summertime sippers.
Joey's from Cleveland, Ohio. OH.
NO.
He's been watching for a while and just became a Patreon member. Oh, sweet.
Oh, Joey, thanks so much, man.
If you're not on Discord, make sure you get plugged in on Discord,
Discord's
Joey,
where it's
because that's where the magic happens.
If you're a part of any Facebook group, get off of them. Just get on our Discord and have a blast.
Yeah.
And you get out what you put in. If you get involved and you get plugged in, start sharing samples and stuff, like you meet some of the best people in the world.
Yeah.
So, case in point, Steven was like, I joined for a barrel pick, got plugged in on the Discord, never left.
Yeah.
Can't. Yeah. All right. Pat, we got you. And Rick's in for 2 more. Have visited 2 Southern Indiana distilleries recently, the more familiar Hard Truth and the less familiar Spirits of French Lick. Have you tried or reviewed any of the Spirits of French Lick bourbons? We have. Yes, we've had the Lee W. Sinclair, which was on a Pours Unknown a while back, and had one of the most heinous reactions that I've ever had on camera, ever. Did not like that. Smelled and tasted like we were in a moldy grain silo, like a grain silo.
Oh, that's the one.
Yeah. Now we also had the Matty Gladden, I think that's what it's called. That one was good.
Mm.
It was still kind of funky, grainy, crafty, but
Yeah.
it was good.
Yeah. Michael says he has so many glasses his wife made him purge some.
That's where
I'm
we're
about
at.
to do that with this guy because we're in the same spot.
Yeah. All right. So timestamp, I'm 5 minutes behind.
Lachlan, answer questions quickly. How
Lachlan
long have
says, 3 years now.
Yeah.
And it's been a blast.
Yeah, it's been so fun.
We started doing it just because we wanted to do something together. And then it really caught on and people started watching. And now the community just keeps us coming back.
Yeah.
You guys, we just can't quit you.
Oh my gosh. The only...
John said, random question, where's Kelvin 60 from? I can't say. Somebody else in chat might be able to.
Wait, go up. Go up. You missed something. Bill Travis.
The bottom heavy.
Low.
All right. Jay says, Discord confuses me. Look, man, I'm a Luddite. I get it. But it's worth it. And I can't juggle a bunch of multiple Discords. I'm in our Discord and the Barrels for Hope Discord, and that's the best I can do.
Yeah.
Dave L got you in for one, says, just picked up a pair of whiskey glasses a couple of weeks ago. Definitely prefer the heft and the weight to a Glencairn. Yeah, I mean, I think one of the common critiques of Glencairns is that they are lightweight. You kind of, if you started, and most people who do start drinking whiskey start with cocktails and then go into whiskey, and they're used to rocks glasses, and you pick up a Glen and it's like, this is way too light and too dainty. But these got that. They got that heft. I still like a Glen though, but I am really enjoying these whiskeys.
Yeah.
John says, thanks for the live show, guys. Appreciate you.
Thanks.
We appreciate you too, John.
Yeah.
All right, glass 2. Glass 2 smells a lot like glass 1.
Chad asked, anybody have a guess on the game show he was talking about? Is that a joke or... I don't know.
Glass 2 tastes really similar to glass 1.
Yeah, it does.
Those are almost indistinguishable.
I don't know what to tell you.
All the notes are the same. All the notes are the same. Look at me caught up. Just like that.
You're caught up?
I was behind and now I'm not.
You started from the bottom, now you're here.
No, I started from the top and got to the bottom.
Let's say it the other way. No.
All right. Between glass 1 and 2, I'm getting a little tinge of sourness on the very back end on glass 2, and I didn't get that on glass 1. So I probably prefer glass 2.
Dave asked, is this a flight we set up or did someone send this to us? So
Larry sent this to us.
Larry sent this flight to us.
Larry 3R. Getting around to this.
Yep.
Adam says, turns out they're all Eagle Rare store picks. I wouldn't be, at this point, I would not be surprised.
That there's one that's definitely not. There's one that.
Okay. The third glass, we're different now.
Yeah. Press Your Luck. That was the name of the show you were talking about, right?
Yep. Press Your Luck. I love that show.
That was, I think, an older show that was only on for me like during the day if I was sick at school. Or like they played it at Nick at Night or something. Yeah. Because it was on in like the 70s and 80s, right? Press Your Luck?
Yeah. It was an older show.
Yeah.
I watched it when I was a kid. Nose on glass 2 is better than the nose on glass 1. Palate on glass 1, I prefer to the palate on glass 2.
Okay.
Just because it feels a little bit more well-rounded.
Okay.
Nose on glass 3, do not like it better than 1 or 2.
Okay. Cool. Pat asked if we've ever thought of doing food pairings with whiskey on the channel.
Oh, this is an easy last place.
You don't like it?
It tastes young. It's not bad. It just tastes like young whiskey, like young bourbon. Generally sweet, kind of lacking in the oak department to balance things out. And I think coming off of what tasted very well rounded in glass 1 and 2, it's highlighting how this to me reminds me of something like Buffalo Trace or, like in that vein of Green River. No, I would say like even Green River's bourbon has a little bit of spice to balance things out. This is kind of coming through with, like, in my mind, like a Buffalo Trace or a smoke wagon small batch, like the lower proof smoke wagons, where there's just like a little bit of grain, like corn grain. And people would say that, and I never knew what it meant. Drinking craft whiskey has helped me learn what that taste is, so that I can then identify it in more these taste legacy so far, and that crafty, corny note has helped me identify drinking and tasting that in legacy whiskey as well. If that made sense. Hopefully it did.
Did you answer that question? I don't think we've thought about that, just because that would take a lot of work. It'd
be hard. We'd have to eat a lot. And also, like, I don't think whiskey pairs great with food. I think whiskey pairs great with dessert.
There's some very select food things that I think whiskey pairs well with.
Jeffrey, you're going to be waiting until the end of time, brother. Sorry to say it. I love the idea of the flavors and nuances of cigars and the bourbon pairings and everything, but I am smoke averse. Even campfire smoke, much less tobacco smoke. But I see the appeal. It's just not for me. I think growing up, I've never been good around smoke.
Yeah.
David asked, how does the upcoming 1792 pick differ compared to the other 1792 store picks you've had? I've only ever had the regular full proof. Great question. The pick that we got to pick from.
Don't get too far behind on
I'm not gonna. We're gonna get caught up super quick. We're not far behind at all.
Okay.
We're 2 minutes behind. We're great. Every 17, I've been on one before, one pick before, and that thing was like cherry vanilla ice cream. But almost the cherry was so prominent and prevalent, like it almost could lean into like a slight cherry cough drop, like a Luden's candy cherry type of note. It was great though. This pick that we picked, oh my goodness, no banana, the brown sugar.
I mean, if anyone ever gets it,
the brown sugar and vanilla on this pick is insane. I don't think it's going to yield a bunch of bottles. I'm probably going to buy like 400 bottles myself. I don't even think this pick's getting to the public.
Are we sure that they haven't forgotten about it?
Yes, they take a long time.
Okay.
They take a very long time.
Okay.
It's an astounding pick.
I mean,
here's
the people
thing.
that were on the pick keep talking about how great it was, so I can imagine
I think we're all going to buy multiple cases, and it's actually never going to get released ever. It's that good. I mean, this is one that I want people to get, but it's just not going to yield that many. The barrel pick I went on before this one, it would only yielded 114 bottles, and I bought 14 of the 114.
Oh my gosh.
So that was with the local store.
Yeah.
This is the first time we've done a pick, and you weren't there. It was just me and in conjunction with Marcus. It's going to go really quick. We may look into limiting like the upper tiers to 2 bottles a piece and the lower tiers to 1 bottle a piece or something like that. We've never imposed a limit before. You literally can just get access to however much you want, like whatever level of assurity you want in getting a barrel pick, you can just get in on that tier.
Yeah.
We look at the goal is not to make every barrel pick get all the way through all the tiers. The $3 tiers for community. The $6 tier is like community, but I also care a little bit about barrel picks. The $12 tier is like, I care about community, but also really like barrel picks. And every pick so far has hit the $12 tier. And then the $20 and up tiers are like, I want guaranteed access to barrel picks. And I also want to do all the other cool and fun interactive stuff we do. So everything scales, you know?
Yeah.
And we have a free tier. If I don't think the 1792 is going to get all the way through to the free tier, but some picks have gotten to the free tier as well. So
yeah,
that's a great way to get some of our picks and see what our palates are like.
Yeah. Just a heads up, 10 minutes till the giveaway closes. 9:45 Central Time. I will be randomly selecting a winner. A Vintner whiskey. It's got me saying Vintner.
All right, I took some time. And that's still the same. It's a little more one note than the first two. It's third place is my easy third place. I think I'm like glass 1 is my first place, glass 2 is my second place, glass 3 is my third place right now.
Oh, look what John says about Press Your Luck. It ran from 1983 to 1986, and it was
it got revived
in 2019.
That's cool. I love that show. So I grew up. I was born in '83, And I guess they had to have reruns on.
Yeah, I watched it on
Yeah.
Nick at Night. Like
I loved watching
Yeah.
it. I loved watching that and Hollywood Squares.
mhm.
Those were both great.
Yeah.
And also, obviously,
Gold- I
Bob
always-
Barker, Price is Right.
Price is Right. Every time I was sick, I'd
Yeah.
always watch Price is Right. But I liked Hollywood Squares because Whoopi Goldberg was always on it, and Goldie Hawn, I think, was always on it.
You know what I watched when I was a kid?
What?
So for a long time, because I was, if you don't know in chat, I was raised by my grandmother. She was born in 1926, a little bit behind the times technologically speaking.
Yeah.
So for a lot of my childhood, we had a like a box black and white cabinet television.
Did you have to like get up and turn the dial?
Yeah.
If
Yeah.
you didn't have a remote?
Correct.
Nice.
But then we got another big box, but color television.
yeah.
But I did live in an age where there was black and white TV. That's what we had. And then when we got a color TV, she got cable,
Oh.
and I was able to watch Nick at Night, and I watched Are You Afraid of the Dark?
I wasn't allowed to watch that, but I did watch that one show where they slimed people. What was that one called? Do you remember that? It was
it was a Nickelodeon. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah.
They slimed people.
You get Joel. Joel
And I
says,
went,
cheers, guys. Can't
oh.
wait for next month's live stream. So Joel sent us a flight for next month's live stream.
Ew.
And it's going to be next month's live stream is going to be our hot summer live stream. This is our summer sippers.
Okay.
Next month, we're bringing the heat.
Hot whiskey summer.
Yeah, hot whiskey summer.
Nice.
I feel like we need to get the hot ones pack and do the flight from Joel and then do the hot ones challenge.
I would do hot ones with you on this stream. I did the hot
Who's
ones.
buying it? Hey,
I did the hot ones challenge. It was just off camera before Josh did his. I did it.
If you want to see us do the hot ones challenge and you want to buy the thing and send it to us, email us stuffandwhiskey.com.
Oh my God.
I don't want to buy it myself. Although I have enjoyed the sauces from the last one a ton.
You were still using them.
I know.
To
I
this
probably should
day.
just buy it, but
Probably should.
I'm cheap. I'm not going to do it.
You're not cheap. I'm cheap.
Oh, okay. Now we're back. Glass 4, we're back.
I have to say, I'm not going to hide it. Glass 4 has got my heart.
Brian H says, I think a Pressure Luck style no whammy sticker would be awesome for a future pick.
Yep.
I like it.
Also, John Gorman says you can't do that on television. That was the name of the show where people got slimed.
Oh, yeah.
And I would watch that a lot.
So Joey asked if we tried Found North Batch 9. We talked about that earlier.
Yeah.
Yes. It's very good. Have you had other Found Norths? If you have, Batch 9 is great. If you've never had a Found North before, you're going to be taking a gamble no matter what, even if I tell you it's really good. It's markedly better than Helldiver. I tasted it next to our pick that we have coming out. I love them both.
Mm-hmm.
They're different, but they're both really, really, really good.
You can't say that on television. Or is it you can't do that on television? You can't say
Double
that?
Dare.
Oh, I used to love Double Dare. I had that as a computer game too. Like a legit Microsoft MS-DOS. I had to type in the directions computer game.
Yeah.
Double Dare. It was fun.
Oh my goodness, Spike. I've done the Death Nut and the One Chip Challenge. Dude, I can't look. That's all extract and I cannot. That will wreck me. That would wreck me. So I'm going to butcher this name. I'm sorry. Lachi. Definitely keen to see the Hot Ones challenge. I did it last year and it was
on camera.
Awesome.
Yeah.
It was awesome. And we even had Bill on. He asked me questions. It was great. It was a legitimately very, very good time. It was last July. We'll do Joel's Proofy flight and then do Hot Ones in July.
Okay,
if we can make it happen.
5-minute cutoff for the giveaway. Do you have a winner for this flight?
This is Juan's on it. I'm figuring it out.
Okay.
Legends of the Hidden Temple. Oh, that was a great one.
I'm not familiar with that one.
Salute Your Shorts. That was great.
I wasn't allowed to watch that. I was raised very sheltered. I wasn't allowed to watch Sabrina the Teenage Witch because it had witches in it.
Dave, man, I remember 5th grade. I got to play Oregon Trail.
Don't get dysentery.
Oh man, I love to go. I would play the game, but like my favorite part was actually doing the hunting. Oh, Hey Dude was so good.
Was that the one on the ranch?
Yeah.
Okay, I have
so
a
good.
vague recollection of that.
It was so good.
It was like a Western ranch. Yeah. Man, Nickelodeon. That's still around, right? That's still a channel? I don't even know. I only watch streaming. We have cable, but I don't even watch it. I just watch Netflix and Hulu.
I bet 4 is your favorite.
It is, 100%.
It is the darkest and the richest of the bunch. However,
you know, I like my whiskey like I like my men.
I'm not dark and rich. You got some explaining to do because I'm not dark or rich. So,
Jeffrey.
Oh, that's no comment.
I mean,
Voltron. Was
My Little Pony
the best.
or Rainbow Bright.
Neither. I didn't watch either.
I watched both.
But Voltron was my jam. Oh, I loved Voltron.
I like.
Oh, the finish on
She-Ra,
4 really hangs in there.
She-Ra, Princess of Power.
I like She-Ra too.
Did you?
Yeah, I like.
I
She-Ra.
bet you did.
He-Man and She-Ra, yeah.
I bet you did like She-Ra. Mm-hmm.
All right, honestly,
I know how you know.
did you drink a lot of 4? Or I drank a lot of 4.
You drank a lot of 4, but I'll finish it because
No, I'm not done yet.
I want to drink it.
I'm not done yet.
Joshua.
We have more here.
Oh, okay.
I didn't pour them all.
Okay, cool. That's fine.
All right. 3 minutes till the cutoff for the super chats.
Are you caught up? We have all the super chats so far?
Yes.
Okay.
Ooh, Jeffrey says She-Man versus He-Ra.
I feel like She-Ra would beat up He-Man.
I said She-Man versus He-Ra.
She-Ra would annihilate He-Man. He-Man's kind of a wuss.
Actually, I like She-Ra.
She would kick his booty in a fight.
All right, this is funny. You've got a clear favorite and 3 others. I've got a clear last place, and the other 3 are tight for me.
Interesting. What's your clear last place?
Yeah, 3 is my clear last.
Interesting.
All right, well, let me go back the other way.
Okay. Thundercats. That wasn't my jam, but I feel like you watched Thundercats. No?
Mm-mm.
No?
I was all in on Voltron.
I watched
Man, 4 is really good.
Care Bears, Rainbow Bright, My Little Pony. I think those are my big ones.
What do you think the proofs are here? I feel like we're in right around the 100 point.
Yeah, I feel like the last one's proofier. Class 4 seemed fairly proofy.
I feel like we're around 100. They all taste like bourbon, legacy distilleries, that kind of MGP, Buffalo Trace, maybe Barton, but I don't think so. These feel MGP, Buffalo Trace.
Do we know what these are? Like, will we be able to find out, or will he have to tell us?
No, I have a key printed out. He sent me an email. I did this. I put my mouse on it and clicked it, and then clicked print, and then closed the email, and then I went and got it off the printer and folded it up without looking at it.
You could have asked me to
It's over here.
Okay, are we gonna find out what they are?
In a minute when I get the flight ranking done.
Ooh, ladies. Everyone with their hard drive games. OGs were the floppy disks.
Oh, I did some OG floppy disks.
I did some floppy disks.
Those floppy disks were not floppy.
They were. And then they came out with the smaller ones that were hard.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
They did have the floppy disk where you could shake it like a Polaroid picture.
I remember playing a golf game. It was like a PGA Tour golf game or something on a floppy disk on the computer.
I played a police game. My grandfather was really into building computers, and so he was I would always go to their house and Grandpa Penrod, and I would play all these cool games. And then my dad, his son, also we got a computer pretty early on in the late 80s, and so I was playing computer games. Jeffrey
said, "I'm unsubbing. The lack of Thundercats is sad." I feel like Thundercats is one of those shows I would have liked, but it just. Back then, you had to catch it when it was on.
Yeah.
And if you didn't, and for whatever reason I didn't catch that when it was on.
Yeah.
I was a huge Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
From what I know about Thundercats, I feel like you would have liked it.
I think I would. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I probably should go back and watch it. Voltron, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Mm-hmm. Those are my jams.
Okay.
And a little G.I. Joe, and a little Transformers.
Yeah.
But Voltron to me was peak, and then Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yeah, I wasn't into any of that because I'm a girl.
This is easy.
What?
This is an easy flight. It got really easy when I started going back through.
Okay, what you got? Oh, we're at the cutoff for the giveaway.
All right, if you got a super chat, if you want in on this
last call
flight and the samples, get it in right now while I'm finalizing the rankings for this. And I got to take one more sip of glass D, and then I'm going to be done. So you got that long.
I used to also play the computer game, Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego? Where in the world?
I didn't play the game, but I watched the show. The game show was great.
Okay.
Oh, it was easy. D's the best glass.
A, B, C, D. The fourth one.
Yeah.
The one I picked.
Yeah. I would say to me, they're close. It's close but clear. D's the best glass. C's the worst glass. But it's fine. Like, these are all fine.
Yeah.
You're not on a flavor roller coaster with any of these per se, but they're good. They're good. They're super enjoyable. I mean, I know this because Larry told me they're like, like 30, 40 to $80.
Oh.
Ballpark range.
Well,
so
that's not fair that you knew that.
I said that at the beginning.
I don't know if you did.
I 100% did.
Okay, we can catch it on the rewatch.
100% did. Yeah, I think D just tastes the most well-rounded, the darkest, the richest. To me, A is second place pretty clearly. Close but clear. B is third place.
Okay. Yeah, you need to.
First place, D. Second place, A. Third place, B. Third place, C. Oh my goodness. I'm so sorry. Scratch all that. Last place, glass C. Third place, glass B. Second place, glass A. First place, glass D. Sticking with that.
Okay.
Are you good with that? What was your favorite?
Wasn't listening. D.
D is your favorite?
Yes.
Okay. So we're kind of on the
same
same
I don't
page.
care about the others. I can be on board with this being last place. That's fine.
Dave's got it. From favorite to least favorite, D, A, B, C. I was messing stuff up because I think of things in last to first order because I like the build up and the reveal.
You like to bury the lead.
All right.
Everything.
Have you got those randomized?
I do.
Okay. We're gonna do the reveal and we have to taste this too. We gotta taste this.
Okay.
Look at this bottle right here, you guys.
Let's pick a giveaway winner.
HK Young.
And then while I'm picking a giveaway winner, you can pour that and then we can do a reveal.
Oh, let me pour it now so that it can get some air.
Pour it now. Because we're gonna be off at 10 o'clock, remember?
We are gonna be off at 10 o'clock.
That's what we agreed to.
Yes. Central time. That's
Central
where we live.
Central time.
All right.
Okay.
All right. What do we need to do?
So someone needs to pick a number.
No. Somebody doesn't. We're gonna randomize.
Oh, we're gonna randomize it.
What's our range?
1 to 53.
Okay. 1 to fit it. Oh no. 53.
So I have taken the names from all the super chats, randomized them on the spreadsheet, and then Josh is going to pick a random number.
So that way
it
doesn't matter if you're first or last.
Yeah.
It's all been randomized already, and you can see here, minimum 1, max 53. Number 35.
35.
Remember, go down and over.
I got you, boo. It is Jeffrey Jennings.
Hey, Jeffrey Jennings. Congratulations, man. We got some whiskey headed your way.
Yeah.
Email us at stuffandwhiskey@gmail.com. He said, ooh, pick me.
We did.
Yeah. Up, down, left, right. BA start.
Yeah.
I think maybe I'm over that. All right. Do you want to do the reveal?
Sure.
Or do you want me to?
I mean, I'll probably mispronounce everything. So you want me to start with our last
These
place?
taste like legacy. Yeah. Glass C.
C. Or number 3.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. So Larry did live them numbers.
Oh, dang. I know what all these are. I'm shooketh.
You're shooketh.
I'm shooketh.
All right. Glass number 3, glass C was our last place.
Okay. E.H. Taylor small batch.
Really? Well, we said they were around 100 proof. What?
1, 2, 3. Yep.
I don't remember E.H. Taylor small batch tasting that way. I can see Buffalo Trace in it. It goes sour on the end though, like regular Buffalo Trace does for me. Sometimes, depending on the day. Sometimes I get like a sour finish on Buffalo Trace.
Yeah.
It's very strange. I think I'm the only person in WhiskeyTube that ever talks about that. Am I the only one? Does anybody else get like, it's almost like a turned sour fruit note on the tail end of Buffalo Trace products. Sometimes if they don't have a lot of age on them.
Interesting.
Obviously, they're higher proof, like WLW, George T. Stagg, those types of things. That does not exist. I'm talking about the younger products.
I don't know.
I get that.
Yeah.
On.
Okay.
All right. Glass number 2. Sample 2. Glass number letter B.
You all right?
Yeah.
Glass number 2 is Blanton's Rick 72, bottled on National Horse Day.
Okay.
He said, seen some stuff said higher Ricks might be better. Is that like a Rick House?
Yeah.
Rick House 72?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
Blanton's.
I don't know.
So
okay.
it's Blanton's.
Wow, Blanton's beat Taylor Small Batch.
Yeah,
I'm surprised.
Sure enough.
Only because of that sour note.
Because you got that sour note
I got it on
small
Taylor Small Batch.
Interesting. All right.
Okay. Glass sample numeral 1.
Let me try some of this. It's Eagle Rare.
Glass A. Oh, Eagle Rare is great. I love Eagle Rare. Eagle Rare, Stag Junior, and WLW and GTS and everything else from Buffalo Trace can go kick rocks, in my opinion. I do like Weller Antique 107 and Weller Full Proof, but I'm not as big on weeded bourbons as I am on standard rye-based bourbons.
Mm-hmm.
I like GTS and WLW. Outside of that, Eagle Rare, Stag Junior, best thing that they make. I'm not surprised Eagle Rare beat out these two because I honestly feel like that's their best. Eagle Rare is their best accessible product.
So do you want to find out what beat out all of these? Because for me, it was no contest. As soon as I tasted 4, I was like, that's my favorite. The rest of them are second.
Yeah. I almost hope everybody's saying all Buffalo Trace pours. And it does seem to be leaning that way, but I hope it's not. I hope it's something different in glass 4.
Well, continue hoping because it is Stag Batch 23C.
D is Stag 23C?
Uh-huh.
Wow. Okay. I did not detect that proof difference.
I did. Did I not
it's deep, dark, rich,
say that one was like proofy?
Okay, Eagle Rare and Stag.
What's the proof on it?
Just go ahead and pour the rest of that. That's not making it through the night.
I feel like I'm a professional whiskey taster.
Larry, thank you.
Boom. Yes, thank you, Larry. That was a good flight.
Oh man. Yeah. 23C.
Right.
I think that's the first time we've had 23C. It drinks light.
No, it doesn't. Are you kidding me? It drinks
for the proof point.
It drinks great.
What's the proof point?
I don't know. Heaven?
Let's not be hyperbolic. It's not the best batch of Stag Junior.
It's not, but it was really good.
It is really good.
I really enjoyed it.
It's really good. Okay, hang on. I want to ask you a question because I'm going to ask you a question of what the 3 best pours we've had all night are, but we got to try the HK Young first.
Okay. We got to do this quick. We got 6 minutes, boo.
All right, you can take the ticker off now.
Oh, yeah. I thought you were doing the mouse. No, I'm doing
125.9 proof. Interesting.
Yeah, I feel that.
I felt like most of them drank around 100 proof, which is not true for Blanton's or Eagle Rare. They're less than that. But
I feel like the Eagle Rare didn't drink 100 proof. It felt light. It was good, though. It tasted flavorful, but it was light.
But to me, it had the best balance of everything compared to the E.H. Taylor Small Batch and the Blanton's.
Fair.
Like, I just buy you. Honestly, Look, I'm not buying it for any other reason than to drink it. If I'm in a store and I've got Blanton's, E.H. Taylor Small Batch, and Eagle Rare sitting in front of me,
you'll get the Eagle Rare.
If I have to drink it and I can't do anything else with it, I can't trade it or whatever,
or share it.
Can't gift it. Blanton's makes great gifts. E.H. Taylor makes great gifts. Great bottles for charity. You know, we do our charity fundraiser every October. That's coming up. If you want to get in on that and donate a bottle, all you got to do is email us at stuffandwhiskey.com or stuffandwhiskey@gmail.com. Email us. The past 3 years, we've raised over $15,000 every year for mental health.
Yep.
That's coming up in October. And we've already started a list for bottles. We've already got some donations coming in for those. If you watch the channel, if you want to be a part of it, be a part. Email us. Don't feel like you have to be, but if you want to be a part of raising, you're going to be part of pushing this channel and WhiskeyTube over $50,000 for mental health. And if you want to be a part of that, email us at stuffandwhiskey.com.
Stuffandwhiskey@gmail.com.
That. and then we can put your bottle in. Just hold on to it. We'll do our charity fundraiser in October, live stream just like this, and we send those out.
Yeah.
We'll connect you with whoever wins. It's a whole thing. You can look back on previous October live streams and see how it goes.
Yeah.
It's a ton of fun. And
it is good fun.
For a good cause. To Write Love is a fantastic organization.
To Write Love on Her Arms, for
Yes.
people who don't know, you can't assume people know. To Write Love on Her Arms is a charity that we donate to, that we as a community donate to.
Yep.
And so far, every year, we've been able to give over $15,000 to that charity, which is awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let's do this last little pour here.
Yep. So Stag 23C real quick.
Yeah.
While I'm whipping some air into this HK Young. It's got that cherry grape cola type of, tastes like grape drink.
Okay.
I want that purple stuff.
I like it. It's good to me.
It's good. It's really good. I like, I might like that better than 22A. 22A is more like,
I don't remember 22A.
Bright, tart, kind of sweet. And then 16 is still the best.
Oh, thanks, Steve.
Let me tell you guys about this.
We appreciate
Steve,
that comment. That's
thank
very
you for
nice.
the kind words.
We can't wait for our next one either.
So, HK Young. This is HK Young Bourbon, Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey, barrel strength down here. This is batch number 1, proof 116.6. And this is available on sealbox.com. And it also is available in Tennessee and Kentucky, I believe.
What's the age?
It does not say. Non-age stated.
Okay.
Adam gave us this. 6 years. 6 years.
Oh, okay. Interesting. It tastes younger than that to me.
Really?
Maybe because it's like kind of dry.
Interesting. So, in a landscape shaped by courage, what lies beneath a tribute? Inspired by the tenacious spirit of the early Hopkinsville, Kentucky tobacco farmers.
It's from Hoptown?
HK Young bourbon is crafted with passion first. Oh, with passion, period. First, we finish select barrels in a variety of toasted oak barrels, each imparting its unique essence. These barrels are then expertly blended, creating a bourbon-rich heritage. Okay, so it's like a toasted bourbon finish type of thing.
Okay.
Which, if you're saying drying, that might be what that is.
I think I am overwhelmingly getting the dry taste.
Really?
I think there's other tastes there, but for whatever reason, right now, all I'm tasting is dry. Like
Interesting.
Like a dry, like a peanut shell. I know that
nuttiness. You
No.
never get nuttiness.
Not nuttiness, but like if you lick a peanut shell. You know what I'm saying?
Adam is saying sold out on Sealbox. Adam knows way more about this than I do.
Okay.
If Adam wants to post whatever he wants to post to
About
let people know anything about it in chat, feel free to shoot it off, Adam.
I'm not getting nuttiness like I'm eating a peanut. I'm getting like I've licked a peanut shell. Like the saltiness and everything. Does that, you know what I'm saying?
Saltiness. Okay.
There's like a dryness that I think is kind of translating as like I could see that as being saltiness, but it's dry.
Okay.
Don't make me over-explain myself. I don't know. That's what I get.
I'm
sticking to it.
I'm getting quite a lot of caramel on this.
Okay.
It smells like a salted caramel chew.
Okay.
And I kind of love it. I kind of love the nose.
Adam will only post if I allow, Jay said. Mike said, good show, time for bed. Oh, yeah, I feel ya. I'm at the more pours than brains point of the night.
There you go.
That's a thing.
So Adam says HK Young has a partnership with Green River and Bardstown Bourbon Company. So Stag 23C, obviously way more like fruity, sugary, sweet. With this, I'm definitely getting more of like smelling it next to Stag, I'm getting way more of a tobacco-y type of like sweet tobacco. If you're new here and you haven't heard me tell the story, I worked. We're getting off. I worked for my uncle in a tobacco field and in a tobacco barn for 2 summers.
To get money for a skateboard.
To get money for skateboards in my teen years before I could actually go get a real job. Legally. And he paid me non-legal rates for I had non-legal compensation for the amount of work that I worked for that man. God rest his soul. But This smells like a tobacco barn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Cheers, y'all. Wow.
You having a moment?
It's like dark brown sugar, and I know that because we just had it in my meatloaf sauce earlier tonight.
Your meatloaf.
My meatloaf sauce. You know what?
That sounds
Shut the stream
bad,
down.
Bro.
You had my meatloaf sauce earlier tonight, and you know it was dark and rich and creamy
my
like
gosh,
this.
Joshua. Again,
You know it.
Family friendly over 21-year-old channel.
We had meatloaf.
We
for
did
dinner.
a meatloaf, and it was good. But I don't like the dark brown sugar in the meatloaf sauce. I like light brown sugar in the meatloaf sauce.
Yeah, typically I use light brown sugar.
It's better.
And tonight I use dark brown sugar.
Yeah.
And this is like dark brown sugar and sweet, sugary, tobacco-y.
Yeah.
Caramelly, salted caramel.
Yeah.
It's very densely saturated in flavor. This is almost 10 proof points less than the Stag 23C, and I think this drinks every bit as rich and concentrated, if not more concentrated, than the Stag 23C.
I disagree because there's no, I don't have that finish.
Really?
The Stag left me with a hug. I had a very strong bear hug from the Stag. I don't get a bear hug from that.
Really? I'm getting so much saturation.
But are you getting a hug on your esophageal tubes?
Yeah. It's matriculating. I can feel it.
Okay. Hey, so you told me we'd be done 2 minutes ago.
Okay. Best 3 pours of the night.
Okay. Westward?
The Westward Vintner's Cuvée.
Yes. And then the 2
High and Wickeds?
High and Wickeds.
Over the Stag and the HK Young?
Oh, the flight was part of it?
Yeah.
Oh.
We drank things tonight. Those count.
Okay, well, the Stag is in there too. I have 4. The Westward, the 2. Okay, if I have to pick one of the High and Wickeds to get rid of, I would do the Bourbon. I liked it. But if I can only pick 3, the Westward, the High and Wicked Rye, and then the Stag 23C. Those are my...
The Westward Vintner's Cuvée.
Yeah.
This is Aaron's list.
I liked the Bourbon though too. So if you let me pick 4, I would keep the Bourbon in there too.
The High and Wicked Straight Rye, right there.
Mm-hmm.
What else?
The Stag that we had 23C.
23C, and then
if you let me do an honorable mention, the High and Wicked Bourbon was also very good.
Interesting.
I liked it better than the HK Young.
Really?
No offense.
Oh, that's not even close to me. I mean, I like proof and saturated, dense flavors.
It's dry. I just got dry.
I do not get that. I love this. This might be, honestly, the HK Young might be my favorite pour of the night, to be honest with you.
Okay.
I'll taste it right next to Stag real quick.
Agree to disagree?
That's fine. I'll taste it right next to Stag just to see. It's real dark. It's super dark.
Okay.
Almost like molassesy, like blackstrap molasses. Hang on.
Travis says nothing like a good old matriculation.
Oh my goodness, that has so much saturation flavor. It's real dark. If you're looking like it's got that. People talk about molasses and they're like, oh, molasses. Molasses and brown sugar have a very tempered sweetness to them.
Brown sugar doesn't, but molasses does.
Dark brown sugar has a tempered sweetness, and molasses has a very tempered sweetness to it. And that's what that reminds me of. Versus the Stag.
Yep. All right.
Dude, this thing's sitting in my
I'm cutting you off in 2 minutes. I got control of the remote.
Well, I got to pee real bad.
I'm going to cut you off in mid-sentence if you're
done.
not done in 2 minutes. 1 minute, 10:06 Central Time. You have 60 seconds, my love.
Okay. All right. Experience-wise.
Oh, Travis says $100 on that. Is it worth it?
80, I think. Adam can say closer for sure. He got the bottle, but honestly, like my sweet spot is right in between the HK Young and the Stag.
Okay.
I love the sweetness of the Stag, but I love the saturation of flavor and the density and the oiliness of the HK Young.
Okay.
If you force me to have another pour right now of the Stag versus the HK Young, and we're not on the internet and There's no I don't care.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna enjoy it for myself. I'm probably gonna get another pour of the HK Young.
Okay.
I'm super happy we have this bottle.
Yeah.
It's
Adam.
it's very good. Thank you, Adam. I would $80. I'd buy that all day long.
Yeah.
If you like dense, saturated, really, I love it. The other pour to me that was a standout, honestly, like probably the Eagle Rare, but I also really did like the Westward as well.
I like the Westward.
And I like the High and Wicked Bourbon. And then honestly, like we're going for 4th of July, I'm literally going to be taking the bottles of Lodestar and the Blue Note Rye. Like we're taking those bottles with us to go hang out with our family on the 4th of July.
We also haven't confirmed we're invited. We should confirm we're invited.
I'm definitely taking.
We can't assume because you know what that does.
I'm taking Blue Note Rye and Lodestar for the 4th of July celebrations. So awesome stuff, guys. Seriously,
Jay. I appreciate you, Jay.
It only takes time. All right. Thank you, guys.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for being here. We got 114 still here, 2 hours in. Yeah, we appreciate you guys so much. I think I've had we're kind of at that 3-year plus with the channel mark, and there's been a lot of reflection and looking toward the future and where we've come from and where we might be going and all this stuff. And never would have thought we'd be where we're at.
Yeah.
And that's a testament to you guys. And you changed our lives. You made our lives so much better just because we get to sip whiskey online. We were out for date night real quick. Can I just say we're out for date night last night?
Yeah.
And we're at Bastion and we did the wine pairing with our meal.
Yep.
So we're talking about that, but inevitably you get to talk about whiskey with the people behind the bar.
Well, because they also had a really old bottle of Malort, empty.
Super old bottle of Malort.
Like vintage.
Yeah. And
you're talking about that.
And we were talking about whiskey with them, and then the people next to us were like, "Oh, we like whiskey. What's your channel?" And like it
was so weird. Yeah.
It was fun. It was fun. And on a local level, on a personal level, just you guys just make our lives so much better. Yeah. So I
agree 100%.
You bring joy to our lives, and we appreciate you guys for that.
We do.
Checks notes. Didn't look at this the whole time. Did we cover everything?
I think everything.
Website and shop. You have merch now, gifts and such, and we have these whiskey
We've
glasses.
We've already talked about it.
Whiskey.
Josh,
I started a channel.
Now is not the time to go through the lists.
Hang on, I started a personal channel of personal musings.
You guys, I cannot control this man.
I started a personal channel.
He promised me
personal musings.
10 o'clock.
We're gonna be off in 2 seconds.
It's 10:08.
I know. Look, we're gonna be off 2 seconds. I did a bourbon hunting video.
Your word means nothing to me now.
I did a bourbon hunting video. There was some fallout. We're fine. It's fine. It's all good. Had some Patreon support wanting to challenge me to do a bourbon hunting video. We'll do more, and we'll do it our way. In the comments, people who get crazy in the comments, they can keep it to themselves. Keep an eye out for the YouTube short this Wednesday. Aaron tries Pappy Van Winkle 15 blind.
Mm-hmm.
It is must-see TV.
Don't hype it up. It's not that great.
No,
but
it's must-see TV.
It's like real short because it's a short.
It's must-see TV. Again, our Pursuit United Double Oaked and our Found North picks are coming out. Can you show the banner real quick? The thing I did for him? Sorry, the brand. Tuesday night. It's going to be locked down tomorrow night, 24 hours in advance, 7 p.m. cutoff. These will be releasing through Shared Pour to our Patreon audience. And if they make it through that, which I would be stunned if they did, they probably won't. But if they do, then they'll be available to the free tier and beyond that. So keep an eye out for those. And that's it.
Okay.
That's it. Happy 4th of July, you guys.
Yeah.
Happy Independence Day. Wednesday's my last day of work until the very end of the month. In July, I'm taking a whole bunch of time off.
Taking like 3 weeks off.
3.5 weeks off of vacation.
Man.
I've never done that in my life in 22 years of working, or 24 years of working life since I was 16.
Wow.
25 years.
Dang.
I'm taking 3.5 weeks off.
You're never going to want to go back.
But I've got all the stuff for the channel and barrel picks and stuff. So
you've got stuff to do. Yeah,
I'll stay out of trouble.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
You guys stay out of trouble. We appreciate you.
We do.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you. Yeah.
Stag and HK Young, cheers.
Cheers. Cheers. Cheers. Bye.
Good night, y'all. Thank you.